We're coming in any minute now. Yeah, we are on Facebook again. So if you want to see the proceedings as opposed to just listening to it, then you may choose to do so by finding us on Facebook. Omega KLAS Radio. So we're live on Facebook as well. Whole heap of things to talk about. But let's start with the test match that the West Indies played to a draw with Zimbabwe. Now, as I was explaining yesterday, the West Indies were much too conservative. And I think the results of the game has borne that out. The Zimbabwe team were left, 120 something for 6? Nowhere close to the target. And in the end, it was clear that we needed more time to be bowling at the Zimbabwe team. And it pans out that we were much too conservative. Now, I was trying to make the point to Baggio yesterday, but Baggio, never the smartest when it comes to discussing cricket. The West Indies in the second innings batted 60 overs. Now, when you are only, and they could have batted 50 odd overs, when you are only setting up yourself to bat 50 overs or 50 odd overs, you can afford to take more risks as opposed to when you're going to have to bat 90 overs in a day. Well, 90 plus the hour on day 4. I remember the much talked about game, West Indies were asked to bat an hour before close of play on day 4.
Yes.
So that's 90 overs plus, let's say, another 15. Now, you have to take less risks when you have 105 overs to bat as opposed to 50 overs or 50 odd overs to bat. You're less likely to be bowled out in 50-something overs as opposed to 105 overs. So that's point 1. Mm-hmm. Point 2, this is Zimbabwe. This is the worst team in the history of organized cricket. Yeah, this is a team that hardly beat nobody no time at all. So that's reason number 2. Reason number 3 is that there's a difference when you are chasing a huge target, 360 or whatever it was. It's harder to maintain a scoring rate over long distances than it is to maintain a scoring rate over shorter distances. So in every way, this was a different scenario. So that's me.
Yes, indeed, it was different. All right, so LeBron James did his stuff.
By the way, I want to say something about the LeBron James thing before you go on, because I know you'd
yeah, man.
LeBron James said when he was asked about the scoring title, he says he smirks when he hears people
dismiss him as one of the greatest.
One of the greatest scorers. He said they won't be able to dismiss him. No, this is the same LeBron James who says he's a pass first player.
He's not.
Who is now telling us that they will now have to acknowledge him as one of the greatest scorers ever. LeBron James needs to make up his mind.
No, he's no on point that they were dismissing him wrongfully, and people still doing it now. So the question that is being asked now by LeBron James detractors that how comes LeBron James is one of the greatest scorers of all time, and he has only won the scoring title once? That's what the argument I'm hearing going on now. And I'm saying, are these people serious? It is so difficult to be analytical and analyze properly. People, the scoring title is the person with the average in terms of, after you play a particular amount of games, listeners. If you end up with a 30 points per game average and everybody else is below that, you're the scoring title champion for that year. You could do that for 4 seasons straight. And then for the next 4 series, you're averaging 15 points per game. Now, if me average 27 points per game for 20 years, and you average 24 points for 20 years, no one's been the greatest scorer. It doesn't matter if you won more scoring titles than I did. I would have maintained a higher standard of points per game on a per game basis, considering the shooting percentage and all that as well. Over a longer period, LeBron James is top 5 in points per game overall for regular season, taking less shots than Michael Jordan, who is number 1, and Will Chamberlain. He's 27 points. He's behind Elgin Baylor, Kevin Durant, Wilt, and Michael. So top 5. In the playoffs, he's top 6. Only 9 players in NBA history has averaged 25 points or more in the regular season. LeBron James is one of them. Kobe's not. And people want to argue that Kobe Bryant is a greater scorer than LeBron James. People still want to argue that Kobe Bryant. You don't stick to the Michael Jordan. You have a point there, Even though I'm greater than Michael, at least you have some good arguments there for Michael. But come on, man. Don't bother go back to Kobe and these things.
By the way, in the West Indies game again, I'm coming back to the Jamaica game because we're struggling. Raymond Reefer got 50 yard. And I don't know if you've remembered me saying Raymond Reefer is not as bad as how people think he is. He's a decent. I don't think he should be batting at 3 though. And I don't think he should have replaced Nkrumah Bonner on the side. The man what we really need to be looking at, one of, is between Kyle Myers and Jason Holder. You know. Maybe one of these two can play every game. Jason Holder is coasting his way through Test cricket at the moment.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Not doing nothing with neither bat nor ball. And you're wondering, should Kyle Myers and him be in the same side? Unless he pulls up his socks now. I don't want him to go South Africa and start the well and see, then the facts would have changed. The truth is that for the last 2-3 seasons of Test cricket, Jason Holder is not doing much with neither bat nor ball. All right, we take the first one.
Bull.
Big up, man. Then.
Big up, Bull.
What you say?
Look like Jason Holder done.
But I mean, I say him done. But why? Him well past him best.
You know who done though?
Who?
This Labrador, they can't go around him again.
Oh.
We don't really talk, as I say, we don't really talk about things that we don't know too much after that. I just start watching basketball in the past 4 years, so I now have a full understanding of it. So I now go speak on it. But some things just don't make sense. Like this shoot first, this pass first business that many people are talking about. You're mad, man.
But you watch him though.
He's a very good passer.
Yes, he's a brilliant passer.
When you watch that, but if you watch the game, you don't put up 27.
I've been watching LeBron James since his first day, my boss. When LeBron James comes on court, he looks to score first.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then again, these were probably the same person who were arguing that the ball can't in a LeBron and come down the court. We did the argument already. And so let me just say, him can be the man who carry the ball down the court and all that kind of stuff. I never hear the argument already.
Boy, we hear all sorts of rubbish argument against LeBron James, my boss.
Anyways, I watched a cricket game delayed. I don't know when it was played. Oh, you read survey in Rutherford, Orville?
Him have the ability to produce special innings, but he's not yet a special player.
Zidane,
Mm-hmm.
you watch a man back with a hamstring injury?
Yeah, man.
After 5 balls, the man take a single and pull him and then come off and the man come back on him, man. Jesus Christ, man. The team was 100 and something after 17 overs and then done for 180.
Yes.
The man beat this ball at a sickness.
I remember him in a Canada cricket T20 league. Savage, make 100 almost 30 at 140. Him, like I said, has the capability of doing very special
and
things.
It's not no joke ball I'm beating the youth from there's a youth after he played 2020 out there near Whistler.
Yeah.
And the other one was Jordan. Jordan from England.
Yes, Chris Jordan.
Man, I beat them to sickness, man.
Yeah, man. He embarrassed every two.
If Zidane watch and see this going, Zidane, I said, look, it can't be, no good sportsman then. Based on this injury argument there.
I don't understand the point. I don't understand what you're saying. You're losing.
No, it's a tongue-in-cheek argument, Zidane, man.
No, yeah, but I know, but I don't understand why you're saying. Why are you doing
injured with a hamstring injury.
Well, cricket don't need a lot of movement, no boss.
So you come around now.
No, but but in what's his name in NFL, you do need to.
If you have a hamstring injury in the NFL, you have to come out.
No, man, you can't swipe in a cricket, my boss.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you have a hamstring injury in the NFL.
But no swiper can't be the greatest sportsman of all time. The T20 swiper can't be the greatest sportsman.
So you don't consider cricket probably one of the best 2020 cricketers.
No, man, I say no T20 swiper can be the greatest sportsman of all time.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I was just saying that depending on the.
So nice try.
Nice try.
No, man, but a nice. Me tell you, say a nice try still.
Big one. So you said no cricketer, no.
No T20 swiper can be the greatest sportsman.
Your reasoning say, man injured and a play. So that means that no man from that sport they can be the greatest. That was the base of your reasoning.
Pretty much.
Wasn't it?
Yes.
And I'm saying.
Because it's far more difficult. Yes, it's far more difficult to be LeBron James than to swipe to a 15 T20. So no cricketer was swipe.
Right off our cricketers.
No T20 swiper can be greater than LeBron James as a sportsman.
I agree.
No. But you're arguable.
No, man, I agree.
I'm just saying we are eliminating cricketers.
You have to look at the difficulty of the thing in the boss.
That means that Orville boy can't be the greatest sportsman of all time.
99?
Yeah.
Over 5 days of batting?
No. We're talking about cricket.
Kind of different bowling.
You want level it down
No.
positions.
No, but Bradman don't swipe 99. Come on, bull man.
You
have to bat. No, you have to bat properly in Test cricket bull.
No T20 swiper will average 99.
Hold on,
that we can tell you.
Don't buy out the argument.
Man,
That's
so me
not
buy
what
out
I'm
the
saying.
argument.
That's not what I'm saying. You don't want the man insist on the argument. You know.
No man, test
This is my
cricketers,
point. This
test
is my
cricketers
point.
can be in the conversation.
This is my point good. Zidane say, no NFL player can be in a greatest of all time because his sole reason was...
Remember though, you know, tell the full story. In comparison, I'm saying in comparison to LeBron and Michael, I also put that in my boss. Don't try that. Nice try.
Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Okay, all right. But when I said to you, Zidane, be careful for the injury argument you go by. You say that you.
Me stand by my argument, my boss.
And can still play.
Me stand by my
so
point.
If a cricketer injured and can still play, he's not a part of the conversation either. So any game that Bradman was ever injured in and play, Orville can find that.
I make a double century.
If he injured and play good, he can't.
No man, it's not good. It's not good. Mahomes play. It's not good. Mahomes play good enough. Mahomes was special with on one leg.
But that was not one of Mahomes' greatest games.
I never said it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just can't find if Bradman make a little 80 yards for a little.
No man, it's far easier to be a quarterback. That's the point overall.
Big man.
It's far easier to be a great quarterback than it is to be Michael Jordan and LeBron James.
Listen,
Well, guess what? You just admit say you don't know nothing about basketball, so I think that's a catch you.
No, hold on. You're down to positions.
No, I'm saying you admit a while ago that you don't know nothing about basketball. So that's why you're confused. That is exactly why you're confused with the point. No man, you don't understand the point because you don't know who Michael Jordan is. and LeBron James. You don't watch the sport, my boy. So that I beat you.
Ball.
We're leaving it there.
I will find that to me if Bradman ever injured and playing a cricket match, please.
Okay.
And then do that, it cannot be the greatest academy because that.
All right, Bull. Nice try still.
No cricketer can be great if them injured and play.
All right, Bull, we leave it there. So, guess what? Get me realize about the game. We just got. You know, Holder was bowling half break for a large part time spell.
Jason Holder?
Yes. No joke thing this night cricket. Jason Holder, who I mentioned just yesterday, you know, was getting a pass. Was bowling half break yesterday not in the people in second innings. What are the cricket gone to people? We need to tell Jason Holder there is no way you're supposed to be in the team as automatic with them kind of performances. All right, we'll take the break. We're coming back in a while.
Importers, submit proper invoices to customs to reduce delays in clearing shipments. Visit www.jacustoms.gov.jm for details. The temperature by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
29 degrees Celsius in New Kingston.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and Shop 203 Bayway Shopping Centre, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right, we're back. I think we're
Preacher. Preacher. Hello. Call drop.
All right, let me give an update in the Jamaica game we are going right now. I know we're batting first against Barbados. The last time I checked, we were 120 for 8. With the little young man doing well again. I think him get about 29, 30 somewhere there. I think Paul Palmer get some runs as well. Preacher is back. All right, we're working out who is next on the show. All right, so we still know it's Driver now. Driver.
Yeah, don't stop at all.
Don't stop at all, man.
Listen to me. Morning, afternoon.
Yeah.
Afternoon, man. Yes. Zidane.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Yes, my boss.
Glad to know you're doing good, man.
Yes.
Doing good, yeah?
Yes, Driver.
Quickly, you know me now. We'll never have long. Yeah. Listen, I have listened to the show for and Zidane from Monday, believe me. So I don't know if I'm going to repeat anything that anybody had said. Now, I've been watching
Your line breaking up, driver.
Yeah, break up, driver.
because my name is Driver. So
All right,
you
good.
understand what I'm going.
You're good right there.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me any better?
Can you park for 5 minutes?
2 minutes.
All right, go. Yeah, because you're in and out. So maybe when you hit a spot that you sound clear, you could just stay there for a few.
Yeah. All right.
Right
Quickly
there.
though. You can you hear me there? Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
right.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, man, quickly. I haven't listened to the program from Monday, to be honest with you, so I don't know if I'm going to be repeat myself or repeating whatever anybody spoke about since Monday. Watch me. I've been watching the cricket match between Zimbabwe and West Indies, and we've been tracking what's going on with Jamaica and Leeward Islands. No. Orville,
Mm-hmm.
you know this guy, remember this young man named Labashane? I don't know if you talk about it during the course of the program over the week.
The Australian batsman.
Manus Labashane.
Yeah, man, the Australian batsman. The number one test batsman in the world. Yeah.
Let me start with Labashane. You remember when Steve Simmick got hit in his head?
Yes.
And there's a young man called Labashane. None of us knew about him. And they called him and he met the team because, as a matter of fact, he was the concussion replacement for Steve Simmick. Remember, right?
Yes.
Well, I know. No. When Steve Simmitt got better, did them drop Labashane?
No.
What they did, they found a place for Steve Simmitt.
Yeah, man. Steve Smith was always going to come back and play.
Well, I know. No. Follow me. I'm saying this to say that we don't, in our West Indies, we don't have a Labashane. We don't have a Labashane who can just come in and replace, what is his name? From Jamaica, man. Our boy from Jamaica.
Bonner.
Who got the hit in Bonner in Australia. Now, albeit that your guy, when name from Barbados made 50 out of run today
Reefer.
or last night, Reefer. Explain to me, Orville. You know what explain to me.
Yeah.
Zidane, respectfully speaking, Zidane. He had a cricket money now. I'm going to try to get him for the cricket some more. How is it? With Bonner averaging what, 39 points something? Call it
38. He's averaging 38, which is the highest on the team.
Yeah, we know that. How on God's earth can you not play Bonner? Always he got hit. Steve Simmitt got hit. Came back into the team. They never dropped Steve Simmitt. They never dropped Labashane. Australia his. And they found a play for Steve Simmitt. What is the problem with we and
We were talking about it from Monday, man.
Honestly, I don't listen to the program, man.
Is that joke? In a nutshell, there's no cricketing reason to leave out and Nkrumah out of the
Mercy,
team.
man.
Now, unlike a lot of other people, I don't have the same kind of problems about Raymond Reefer. I think if Raymond Reefer played 30 at Test, he might average more than Shea Hope. For sure, I think.
All right.
He won't do no worse. He won't do no worse than the 25, 26, where there are a lot of the other man average. Him going to give similar returns, and he does have the ability to hold some left arm seam up.
Right. Projection.
Yeah, but I don't think him should be batting at 3. I mean, I think him should have in the team ahead of Nkrumah Bonner. It don't make no sense to me, my boss.
I'm not getting it. And I'm wondering what is the new coach working with. Is it that the new coach is working with the status quo? Or, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what Cole. I honestly thought Cole was going to come with something different in terms of how he set the team, how he deal with the team. But if you are,
let me say something to you and read between the lines.
Yeah, I can.
There are times when selection of 11 comes down to the skipper more than the coach. So let us say that there's a 12-man and there's a toss-up. If you are a skipper, they usually allow the skipper to get the man who he wants, especially with a brand new coach and a long-time skipper. You get the point?
I got you.
Andre Cole is in his first game as the West Indies coach. Interim at that. If there's a toss-up between one man and another man, and the captain say, "Give me the money," and the first-time coach might want to go the other way. In that scenario, the captain going to have him with.
Basically, Andre Coley a rookie compared to the captain himself. And
Andre Coley is in his first game as coach.
Yeah. And maybe that is why we lose. That is why this match have the result. Because if you ask me, based on how the man bat, if Andre Coley was in his third, fourth, or fifth game, chances are they would have approached the game a different way. Well, in that, Orville, when we declare, was it?
Yeah, man.
Right.
We declare both innings.
Even before we declare, I don't have a problem with how the other 3-4 batsmen got out, because obviously when the two openers made changes or not, we expect that number, who is coming at number 3, 4, or 5, we expect them to hit the ball to get some runs.
Yeah, man.
Right. So we don't have a problem with how the other guys got out, including our guy from Westmoreland. You're playing from Westmoreland. Blackwood and the West. So I have a deep concern as to how we are approaching the game, because if you have a new coach, that's why we have to respect Bernard McCullum, because irrespective of whether or not it was his first day, he approached the game from the first day. You remember? With England?
Yeah.
What happened to Andre Coley?
Well, I don't know. It was a strange way how we approached the game.
I'm going to have to go. You know my thing already.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. All right, cool.
Big up yourself. Yeah, man. Big up yourself.
All right. Pioneer.
Virgin, I'm not going.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, man, I'm not going. You know an argument I miss. I'm not trying to call for miss. This argument, when I talk about LeBron and him being labeled as a pass-first player, and then you gentlemen were saying something about him averaging as many shots as Kobe and KD.
And more than KD.
All right. So, I could examine it. Because when you put out information, you have to examine it and contextualize.
We did all of that.
Whenever you hear...
And the conclusion is LeBron James is no such player.
All right. So, tell me the context you put in.
The context is that you can't average a lot of shots per game unless you shoot a lot per game.
All right. But then that still needs to be contextualized.
Contextualized to what?
All right. So, let me give and me just want to give me a chance. See? All right. So, when KD didn't come in the league with the same kind of fancy LeBron come in. And he came into a team where when he came in as a rookie, it wasn't his team basically. And then even after he got the team, he was sharing the ball basically with Russell Westbrook. LeBron, on the other hand, in his first stint at Cleveland, 7 years, he was the man. So he was forced to shoot most of the time. So he had the ball in his hand.
Oh, he really wanted to pass first, but he
had to shoot.
But he was forced to shoot first.
But I'm not saying nothing about pass first. Let me break it down. You see, now that's the thing. We're not trying to win an argument.
No, we're not trying to win an argument.
Let me put a bigger context to it to the people.
So you're saying LeBron is a pass first? We just want to know that.
We want to know which side of the argument you're upon. Are you disagreeing?
Allow me, Bridget.
All right.
Allow me. That's the thing we didn't know.
Okay.
All right. Let me put a little context on. Kevin Durant has been in the league 7 years. He has won the scoring title 4 times. LeBron James has been in the league 21 years. He has won the scoring title once. Kobe won the scoring title twice. Steph Curry, who has been in the league 14 or 15 years, has won the scoring title twice. I hope that adds some context over me.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say anything.
No, let me continue making the point. See, when people talk about
you know what the word first means.
No, Pioneer is not making any sense.
I don't
know why I mentioned scoring title and who know in scoring title and them. You understand what pass first mean? It means when you come up generally throughout your career, you pass, you attempt to pass, you look to pass first.
Yeah.
Like Magic Johnson.
So by telling us that LeBron was the main man down at Cleveland and had to shoot often,
he's telling us
that he wasn't a pass first
for his first 7 years.
For his first 7 years.
He was never a pass first guy in any season anyway.
So I'm not sure the point.
As a matter of fact,
he's telling us why he wasn't a pass first.
We're not asking for that. We don't care.
But he's actually agreeing that in Cleveland he had to be shooting
first.
So I'm not sure what point I make.
But I'll tell you something I'm telling Virgin this morning on the radio. Brother, I need an interpreter. I came on the radio to make a point. And instead of you gentlemen, allow me to make the point I make. When the two not try to make the point for me. Allow me, no, Virgin.
Then we allow you with account of what you say.
But that's that. All right. I didn't come on the radio and tell you, me label LeBron as a pass.
Oh, so you agree with us?
No. So I
So
love
what you on the radio then? Okay. All right, go on, point.
All right, let's give him.
I do you think, my boss? Do you think?
We could give him 3 or 4 minutes.
Point when I do that.
Do you think, my boss?
Hello, my man. I'm done. I can't count. When we come off of the radio, I know full stuff. See?
Yeah.
But when people are all right, first thing, LeBron is not a. So you have to have a Magic Johnson. LeBron is not a point guard. See, and for a man who's not who is a forward, he averages a lot of assists.
Is Steph Curry a pass for a point guard?
No, he's not a but
he's a point guard. So why you telling me about the position that he plays?
You try to argue with me.
No, you bring up Steph Curry and Magic Johnson point guard. So there's a point out here that you could be a point guard and be a attack first.
Steph Curry is a point guard, brother.
Okay.
We start with Magic Johnson because you mentioned Magic Johnson. So allow me to say that. I know you
Magic Johnson is a pass first player.
Magic Johnson is a point guard. LeBron James is a forward.
But it's not all point guard decide to pass first. Or pass as much as Magic.
All right, allow me now. Name me another forward that passes as much as LeBron, that averages the kind of points.
Pass as much as LeBron?
Yeah.
LeBron is one of the greatest players of all time because he's an excellent.
Question. Come here, try to make a point and you try to counter my point.
I don't know a lot. Hold on, let me answer. I don't know a lot of small forward who can pass as well as LeBron said. They don't pass as much.
No, for make the point, Zidane, man.
All right, go on, do your thing.
For make a point, but I don't come like. We're not eager to counter come here. We don't know. Allow me, Bridget.
All right, the boss.
Don't interrupt.
As soon as I start talking, I jump in. You know what, brother? Because it's the same thing out, man. Allow me if you say what I come from the percent of my life. Please.
Don't say anything.
I'm going to say to you, see? When people talk about LeBron being a fast player, it's a mentality thing. See? He himself has admitted to that. I've heard him in more than one interview when he said his mentality is to get him teammates involved. There's another thing where people lose sight of when it comes to LeBron James. And Zidane, you and I have had this conversation in a different forum. See? LeBron James' footwork is fundamentally not the greatest. And for those who know basketball, they know what I'm talking about. See? When you compare him to, so a lot of times when he gets into double team situation, he passes out a double team situation. He doesn't try and dribble his way out of double team situation. The same way Michael Jordan that do, or the same way Steph Curry or some of the better ball handlers, or some of the people with better footwork fundamentals would do.
But that doesn't speak.
No, man, don't interrupt him. Make him point.
True.
Yeah.
And allow him, Bridget.
Yeah, allow him.
See, so that also adds something to his mentality. See, there was a game recently where people that comment on that, where he found himself in a situation where he passed to what I don't remember the name of the youth from Lakers, who was already under coverage where the man basically had a hand in his face. And LeBron came into the double team and he passed out of the double team. And other persons were saying, why didn't he go up the shot?
No, don't interrupt the man. Allow the man.
See, and that, Zidane, it was that time when I tell you, if you examine LeBron James, you realize that fundamentally, compared to some of the other great NBA players, his footwork is kind of poor. See, so when people talk about pass first, it's first, it has to do with his mentality. And the comparisons that you gentlemen were making with a KD over the course of his career has played on teams. Seeing Oklahoma City, seeing Golden State, even greater so at Golden State. When he was at Golden State, he had two of the other top shooters in the league that play alongside. So obviously, his shot, the amount of shots that he took would have been vastly reduced. Compared to LeBron, who on the teams that he has played on, he has been the primary scorer on most of those teams. Even though people still consider him to be
I'm trying not to laugh, but it's hard. It's hard not to laugh.
Him to have a pass-first mentality.
But load him on, sir.
That had to be the primary scorer because on a lot of those teams, as it was in Cleveland, he never have a lot of help.
Thank you for the break.
Yeah, thanks for the break.
Scorer, that still doesn't counter the argument that his mentality is a pass first.
Are we allowed to say no?
I'm not for the man. We know what's up. So I can't allow. No, give me some time after the break. Go to the break.
Yeah, give me some more time.
No, sir.
No, it don't make no sense because we can't have a conversation. So big up yourself. Yeah. All right, we'll take the break. We're coming back.
Your tax taxes hold the key.
Let's get digital. Get online this March 15. File and pay your final income tax return for 2022 and estimated return for 2023. There are so many options. JamaicaTax.gov.jm, direct funds transfer, NCB online banking, and Scotia online and mobile app. Pay your taxes the digital way. All returns must be filed online and on time. Tax Administration Jamaica, changing the way we do business.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagley Park Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Omega Radio now presents Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Edgechem, Fosrich Group of Companies, Enibet, and Dangel's Auto Spares and Accessories. The World Test Championship final will be held at the Orville between June 7 and 11. The finalists are yet to be decided, with Australia, India, Sri Lanka, and South Africa all in with a chance of qualification. England cannot qualify for the final, which is the culmination of a 2-year cycle of Test cricket. They sit 5th out of 9 teams, having risen up the table over the past year. That is Sports in a Minute. Omega Radio has just presented Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, for people who dream in color. Fosrich, we open on Sundays with special discounts on all items in store. Solar floodlights, water heaters, conduits, and more. Or visit fosrich.com and shop. Enibet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly. And Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue in Kingston.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right, since now we can't get a chance to speak, now that Pioneer, we love the man for making him talk.
Yeah,
Pioneer was essentially talking nonsense.
Clearly.
Pioneer is telling us what LeBron James's mentality is, which is to pass first. But his actual job forces him to shoot a lot.
Yes.
That is what he's saying. You know, he is the main shooter on his team, so he shoots more than everybody else. But his mentality is to pass first. The word pass first is not what your mentality is. It is what you actually do.
Yes, you have to. What we use to describe your game is actually what you're doing,
not what you're thinking. You are thinking.
Yes, clearly not.
You get me?
Yes.
A batsman who is aggressive probably would have want defend, or probably would have defended that one attack. It's not your mentality don't matter. It's what you do that determine whether you pass first or you're a scorer.
So LeBron James is a scorer, straight. That's what he has done all his career. Score first, attack.
But Pioneer is agreeing with that,
Yeah.
By saying he always plays on teams where he's the main shooter.
Yes.
Where he's the main scorer. So he has to shoot volume.
Yes.
But his mentality is to not shoot. That is one of the top 10 Bramble statements in the last 12 months too, My mentality is to pass. My actual job is to shoot. So therefore, in truth, he never came down on either side.
I don't know what the call was about.
I'm not sure.
Because he didn't agree with us and he disagree
with
us.
And then I didn't understand what that point about footwork was. I never get it.
It doesn't speak to mentality. He's saying that sometimes LeBron James, because he's not as skilled, for example, as a Steph Curry. So if you double Steph Curry has the ability to dribble out of the double team. Yeah. Well, LeBron James is not as skillful as Curry. So he ups the pass. That doesn't mean you have a pass first mentality. It means you're a sensible player. Why would I turn over the ball if I know it's going to be tough for me to dribble out a double team? I'm just going to pass the ball. That is a sensible basketball play.
Wasn't understanding what Pioneer was saying. But anyway, Mount Salem. Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mount Salem.
Yes. No disrespect to Pioneer, but he's absolutely brilliant at speaking to himself.
When he gets challenged, him now sounds so good.
He struggle, so I don't want the challenge.
He doesn't want the challenge, and we've had experience of that in more than one way.
Yeah, it would be good. One advice to him, it would be good that, because he's a very good caller. So I think for him to improve, he must be prepared to answer some questions.
Yeah.
Because it is not that a big a deal if you bramble him. It's not a big a deal. And who to tell he can also bramble you too. So it will be good if the conversation can work both ways.
Pioneer doesn't have conversations. Pioneer comes to preach.
Yeah.
And me tell him all the while him can't preach.
It's a calling show, so
no, he doesn't want you to
sound good when just one person.
Let me tell you something. There is no way on earth you can average 19 shots per game, but you are passing first. You want to pass. Nobody can tell LeBron James what to do on the court. If LeBron James wants to pass, he will pass, whether the team loses or not.
I think what LeBron said is confusing them.
But because LeBron is a brilliant
passer. LeBron James said it.
No, it's because he's a brilliant passer, my boss. So sometimes he plays a game and he end up with 19. That's because of his brilliant passing ability. They're thinking, but the man have 40 points in the same game.
Right, the man all-round game is absolutely
brilliant. So it's not that him coming in mentally and say, I'm going to just try and get
people
involved.
And this is why I can't understand, Mr. Matthews, this is why I can't understand why people trying to dismiss LeBron in the Jordan debate. Even if you think Jordan is better, LeBron has to be close to him.
Yes.
The way LeBron plays the game. But that's not really what I call about, though. Mr. Higgins.
Yes.
Do you realize that West Indies missed an opportunity?
They missed it from yesterday, and them come this morning, and I don't know what they were doing.
Mr. Higgins, this morning was worse than yesterday.
Yeah?
Because 9 overs this morning for 11 runs. I don't even think Mr. Matthews would do better than that. Even Mr. Matthews would do better than that. 9 overs for 11 runs.
Yeah, it was embarrassing, man. Embarrassing the approach from the West Indies.
Right, and we end up getting six wickets in the end. So if a little more aggression yesterday.
If we had another 10, 15 overs to bowl, who knows what could have happened? But we used that 10 over there. I juke out the cricket ball against Zimbabwe.
Right, and this while we praise both openers for their brilliant hundreds in the first inning, we also have to knock them for their second innings. But and you know the sad thing, Mr. Higgins, Brathwaite is the captain.
Yeah, me not get
Brathwaite is the captain of the team. I'm not saying he should, as what you said, is go try turn it into a T20 game.
No.
But even himself, I heard you said he should anchor the innings. But even anchoring, he could have been a little more aggressive. I'm really looking forward to tonight's game.
But here's what I don't get. In the first innings, when we were not trying to set up a declaration with us batting, the captain was scoring at 58 as a strike rate. In the second innings, where we are trying to put runs on the board in order to force a win, the captain strike rate is 32.
It just don't make any sense.
Shanda Paul strike rate is 22.
Thanks to Blackwood and even the same player that come in for Banner.
The much maligned Reefer come out there and at a 50 strike rate, which shows that the youth not as bad as Ono are going, you know. Is a decent little cricketer. I wish he was
the person who said having been picked. I would pick him in the first place, but having been picked.
No man, him no worse more than nobody else. Hey, if him play 30 at test, how much share up end up average? 25? Him not go to no worse than that. And as me said, he can also bowl. But him shouldn't be a number 3 though. The man who should be a number 3 is the man who averages 40 at 3 and the man who on the left out of the team.
But with Jadeja come back now, Mr. Higgins, do you think it tips in India's favour more?
No, I always think India is favourites to beat anybody.
Because I have been looking at us, because there are a lot of build up to it, and over the last 10 years, India have only lost 2 test matches at home. And one of those test matches is against Australia.
So that again, in 10 years, they've only lost 2 games or 2 series.
2 games. They have not lost a series.
Oh my God.
2 games at home.
I know they were formidable, but we never know.
Yeah, man, they are very, very formidable.
Only 2 games lost at home in 10 years.
Yes. So if Australia pull this one, they are saying it will be one of the biggest upset in
Steve Smith said, you know. Steve Smith said winning against India in India is bigger than the Ashes. Which means...
I think Steve Smith is one of those persons who will have to step up his game too, Mr. Jim. Because
he must step up in game.
Is not the best player spinning.
You are saying Steve Smith have to step up in game? The man will average
When
60
I
yards
say
in a
step
cricket.
up, you're getting me wrong. What I'm saying, he's going to have to be the Steve Smith that we know that he can be.
Oh,
that's what I mean. In order to give Australia a chance. That's what I mean. Have a good day.
All right.
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony came into the league the same year that LeBron James did. And so he has been a franchise player everywhere he has gone to in his prime of his career. And he doesn't pass. So he's prime franchise player for all of the franchises, especially the last run at the LA and some other teams when him done. But he's the primary ball handler, primary scorer, and he has the mentality, them say, as a score first only. That's all he does, score first. Carmelo Anthony attempts 18 shots per game. So even Carmelo Anthony attempts less shot per game. Carmelo doesn't know, listeners. He's squad to score, Him not them cuss him same too selfish him to pass the ball for him career. And he's a franchise player, so he got the ball all the time at the franchise. And him average 18 shots per game for him career. LeBron James averages more shots per game. And LeBron James is a pass first player, and Carmelo Anthony is not.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. We're going to learn sports.
Zidane, sometimes I hear people reasoning, and I'm saying, how can people? I
don't understand it.
Some of them reasoning doesn't make no sense, and people talk it with so much confidence. Me shoot more than the man we uno classify as score first people. Then how me for be shoot first?
Pass first.
I mean, them all confuse me.
It's ridiculous, man.
I never know him average more shots than Carmelo.
Yes, Carmelo is a ball hard.
Ultimate ball hard. With
shoot. That's all he does. And LeBron James shoot more than Carmelo, people. No think before the talk.
God, man. MU. Make we go to MU. MU.
Yeah, what was it that?
I'll be the referee.
Yeah, I say, but I never lie them there to the man. We pass, they are no such man.
Oh, yeah, them did spread propaganda.
Yes.
Yeah, Demo did post a thing on Facebook, but it turned out to be false.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, the trials look for him. You know what it?
We're not hearing the reports yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he started on Monday, yeah.
My next point now is that.
Mm-hmm.
Some of your Bramble caller, them are calling and say, boy, my ball are done. How do you say to? Say ball are done.
Yes.
See? Alright. The last season at Barcelona, Messi scored nearly 30 goals. Right? Right now, Messi is playing two seasons at PSG. And Messi can't pass not even 15 goals and now in 2 seasons.
No, man. But hold on. Messi not done play that season yet, my boss.
But when you're going to say no, Messi not done play.
No, but you have to wait before you can't come back.
His average last.
No, but hold on, MU, man. May I help you to be intelligent on the radio, I'm not using one season to say, yo, Ronaldo done it. May I watch Ronaldo over the last 3-4 years, and say they done a come,
Yes,
but Messi said they done come.
They said they done come.
Yeah, Messi said they done come, my boss. And I say, all right, reach now. No, I was watching Messi. You said Messi done a PSG. Me, I said, oh, this Messi looks so. What is going on? I know Messi got down there for cruise, But it looked really bad last year, But this season, he went to the World Cup and was brilliant. And then this season started very well. So I realized, oh, Messi all right.
Messi all right.
Yeah, Messi all right. You saw the brilliant goal he scored over the weekend.
What game have played?
Who, Messi?
No, how much game played that
Messi has scored 14 goals in our competition thus far.
In our competition?
And 14 assists.
In our competition? Yeah. But he still have 10 goals in the league.
So Messi, how many games has he played in the league? Messi and course to maybe score 30 goals in our competition this season. You can't call a man like that done, my boss. In the top league in the world, in the top continent of the world for football.
Why top?
The top continent in terms of club football is Europe. Not Saudi Arabia.
Zidane, nice try, man. Nice try.
What's a nice try?
I want to make this.
It's really hard a big argument here. We're leaving MU or we're taking a break? We're taking a break. We're coming back.
Be a part of the legacy. Make a donation today and help raise funds for the Sagicor Sigma 25th Legacy Run beneficiaries. Every amount donated goes towards the University Hospital of the West Indies Pediatric Unit and the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts. Donate by check, cash, bank transfer, or online payment. You can even donate your Sagicor Bank credit card reward points or support by purchasing athletic wear at the Sigma shop. Be a part of the legacy. Visit SagicorSigmaRun.com today for more information on ways to donate.
Sponsored by X Tickets, Reggae Marathon, Just Create, Catherine Speak, Sherwin-Williams, Medical Link, Phase 3, Starlight Productions, and KSAMC.
The Scoreboard, Mondays to Fridays on Omega Radio. Join the Omega team for informative, investigative, and hard-hitting sports discussions, 5 to 6 p.m. with our A-list hosts as we inform and entertain. That's The Scoreboard, Mondays to Fridays, 5 to 6 p.m. on Omega Radio. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
We still have MU?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Why, as I say, Bramble Zidane, man, Bramble. Because Messi is not at the standard that he used to be when he was at Barcelona. No time, no hour, no minute.
Yeah, but him not far off.
Enough.
No, it's not like you say him way.
Yeah, was Zidane, Orville.
Yeah.
Waiting.
Who was the best player at the last World Cup, MU?
Yeah?
Who was the best player at the last World Cup?
Not about World Cup. World Cup.
No, World Cup.
Is a tournament.
No. Listen. No, man. No, but it is the biggest international tournament by far, and it's difficult to dominate.
All right. Ronaldo was the best player at the Euros 20. We shot at them.
But I know we say Ronaldo done in my boss.
Ronaldo was the best player at the Euros.
Which Euros?
What do you mean by which Euros?
The one that Italy won?
Yeah, the one that Italy won.
Ronaldo was the best player at the Euros that Italy won?
Of course.
MU, you're not credible, my boss.
That's cool, man, Zidane.
You're not credible at all.
All right, let me ask you now. Pioneer. The man feels himself, man.
Hold on, I'm glad they bring up him name. He said the reason why LeBron James averaged the amount of shots he does Orville
is because
he was forced because he didn't have any other superstar.
Yeah.
Well,
hold on, MU, man. Isn't Anthony Davis a superstar? The season when LeBron James actually led the league in assists. He had 10 assists per game. You know what shots per game LeBron James attempted that year? 19 point something. So LeBron James is a brilliant passer. So when he finds the people, he finds them in great positions so them scores them assists up. That's them assists up. It's not because their mentality. LeBron mentality is to attack and score, and he makes the right decision when it comes. He's not a pass first, he's not anything.
No, it don't make no sense, my God.
But when me access still, you see how me I hear reason a while ago?
Yes.
So the man, if you come on the radio, you will make your point, him make him point.
No,
but the man,
I wanna
the reasonability.
I wanna broke Pioneer, but I don't know about. I wanna broke Pioneer, but.
Who know?
Yeah. Pioneer has become a superstar by doing if me a Pioneer, me not change it. Pioneer smart. Pioneer has made a name. Pioneer is them say Pioneer are the goat of callers top sports program, you know. By doing exactly what he's doing. Come on. No, why should he change? No, but you're not getting the point of me making an MU. If Pioneer has become so popular, Pioneer is the only 2 times we have the caller of the year. And he's become that much of a hit with the public by doing exactly what he's doing now. Company here don't want nobody challenge him. And as soon as you ask a question, him say leave him for talk. And him is the crowd favorite. If I were a Pioneer, I'd be doing nothing different about it.
Well, for me, him have him fighting them and him know him think, but you can't reason.
You not get it. Why should he change when him is the most the goat of calling sports radio?
Alright. Big up on yourself.
Yeah, man.
All right. Let's go to the 2020 NBA Finals when LeBron James and Anthony Davis played all 6 games against Miami. So, Anthony Davis, superstar.
Yeah.
LeBron James attempted 115 shots in that series total, and Anthony Davis 98. So even when I remember that after the first 2 games, people were saying that Anthony Davis might well be the MVP of
yes,
after 2 games.
I remember.
And so LeBron James had the help.
Right.
And they were up 2-0.
Yes.
They were up. So it's not a matter if they were struggling and they needed him to step it up. And LeBron James still ended up in that series taking more shots per game than Anthony Davis. How is this man a pass first man?
Doesn't make sense. But let's us hear from Omar Williams. Omar.
Orville, man.
What yes,
a controversial Zidane, brother. You got now one of the top 10 of the Brambles statement, I mean, one.
Which is what?
Where's about Mr. Lecoy? And in drop off, did the season not finish yet?
You say me make a Bramble point, my boss.
So that's a Bramble point, my boss?
Messi has not dropped off significantly as a player.
And he scored, as a man who can score less than 15 goals in a 2 seasons.
No, man, but this season not finished yet, my boss.
No, Orville Higgins, last week when I was talking to you, we were talking about we started from the done argument, right? And I remember saying to you that a lot of things were said, but one of the things I know me said to you about people talking to us is that me can be in our ground. For instance, we are watch a training session, and I said training session, right? And if you come to a training session, people may clam up.
And I'm saying you're wrong.
Okay. At which point in the argument did I say, if me and you in a football ground, more people will talk to me than you?
Me and you can't know where at all.
Hold on. This is a direct question.
But I said what you said.
Clear the ear.
No. And your part was wrong. And then St. Diego came on and was also wrong.
Just hold on for a minute. So listen again. At what point in the conversation did below average say, if me and Orville Higgins walk in our football ground, more people will talk to me?
Then the football ground training play. Keep. Where we keep training? On the beach?
Listen the argument again.
Yeah.
If me and you
in
our football ground, that's was what I said. If me in our football ground and I watch a train, come ask if you ever go a training session and I watch a team where you support or a club where you support a train.
Yeah.
You didn't answer. I don't remember if you answered the question.
I said yes.
Right? So me say, for instance, me there a training session, right? And whether they are man a smoke and a drink. I remember saying a smoke and a drink. And you come there. Some people may climb up. Did I say that?
You are saying
No, just answer the question.
Then no answer me answer.
No, answer like yes or no.
No man, you can't tell me. You can't tell me for answer.
All right. So
hold
on. All right. So for the people who maybe never hear,
you were telling me that under those circumstances, me and you walk in our training ground, more people will open up more to you about things we are going down. Them would open up to me.
People,
you are wrong.
Climb up. No, at no point in the conversation me ever say. That's me say me not stay long on this, you know. At no point in the conversation me ever say if me and Orville Higgins in a training ground at a football match, more people are going to talk to me than you.
Then a football match. It was at a
match. You hear the word match?
So what is the difference between match and training?
Training and match are two different things.
Tell me what?
Because me understand. You don't understand the difference between training and match?
I don't understand the difference in the context where you are talking.
I'm going to be very calm.
Then we not calm.
Catch up myself.
We calm. Why would some more people would talk to me at a match, but more people would talk to you in training?
You remember posing the question, if me and below average in a game don't earn it at Tivoli Arena, those are your exact words. If me and below average in a game don't earn it at Tivoli, who you feel would have talk to? Who you feel more people would have talk to? And the person said below average. Was that me?
Was that you?
Was that me? The question. I am the person you posed that question to.
Me not remember.
Oh, you know.
But what I remember is you saying.
Oh, you know. Remember.
Training session. More people will open up to you below average than me. Not go some of us.
Listen my exact words, you know, because you have to be precise in your company program.
People will smoke weed and drink liquor at a training session. And me come in, more people will talk to me.
More people, you hear the word me?
No, man, you were strongly implying that because I was a broadcaster,
less
people would talk football with me. You're wrong, below average.
Well, okay, so
around on my side, people are going to call my boss.
So let's say I'm wrong.
Yes.
There are some things that is being said off here, may get to understand.
Off ear?
Yes, off ear. No on the radio like how they are now. Off ear, no on the radio it attack.
No, well, me can't.
Me say, more people chat to me a football match than Orville Higgins.
But you said more people would talk to you openly in training. So what is there a difference between training and an actual game?
So me want give Mike give exactly
no, below
what
average.
I said.
I am saying that
I want to like pioneer and talk for 30 seconds.
All right, go on.
And leave. So for those who did not hear the conversation, below average said during the conversation, for example, Orville Higgins, you ever got training session and someone watch a training with people where a club where you support or a team where you support? You answered, and I said, for instance, would they want training session? A man that they sit down and a smoke and a drink, a man a chat, cause them kind of something the man chat all kind of thing, you know. But how me know if you're fuck. And you a walk come over there. You Orville Higgins a walk over there. People may club, and I did say may. I used the word may. I did not say will. I said may.
No, man.
You
were clearly pushing the narrative.
Let me finish. The question that was posed, right? So if me and below average in a football match, whether I don't have Tivoli or Hornet or anyone in place there, who you feel more people to talk to? And the person said below average. That question was not posed to me.
Below average.
People,
all right,
but you said
that. You said that already. You said that already.
Discussion in me go on. I say below average. I walk and I say more people that talk to
below
me
average.
Again.
Your argument
that is not so.
Your argument that people will clam up when them see me, but would open up to you.
Use the word will. Use the word may.
Your argument that people may clam up when them see me.
You say you could be a lie in another lifetime, you know.
Big man. Your argument that
make a difference in a
all right. Your argument that people may clam up when them see me at a football match. But may open up to below average at no, not a football match, at a training ground.
May
is nonsense.
Start opening more to below. All right, you know, say me have
nonsense.
Football grounds, you know, football training, you know, right? But you got to be people used to people because of visit a training session all the time.
Below average and nonsense.
That's what I hint at. No, this when me want to get clear though is that me not say more people chat to me at football match than below average.
More people will talk to you at training grounds. Not football, but training. What the difference with
here?
So here's what I'm asking you now. You say more people may open up to you in training sessions.
At training session.
Will more people open up to you in football match in the match itself, or only in a training?
I believe you're a journalist. More people are gonna chat to you any day, anyway, anyhow.
Training session or not?
You understand what I mean?
So why would they be talking to me more at football matches, but not at training sessions?
Zidane.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we could put this to the test.
What?
You know, we could, for example, go on one training session, me, you, and Orville Higgins. You see?
Wicked man.
And me and you and Orville Higgins go with certain set of man there and see what go happen.
Where do you call certain set of man? Where you call certain set of man?
We don't have the time for that.
You don't have time for that.
Below average. Where you call certain set of man? Man, we smoke weed and thing?
No, certain set of man Orville Higgins.
Certain set of, but you are talking about weed, man, and liquor and
thing. Certain set of man Orville Higgins.
The school below average, man.
Well, I know. Me say.
What you call certain set of man?
Anyway, me just want to clear the ear because me understand some talk go around half the ear.
No, me don't know about no half no ear now. What me have to say, me say it on the ear. Say a nonsense you did attack then, and a nonsense you attack now.
Okay. So me just want people know say me never say more people talk to me at football.
You said more people may talk to you in training, but not much.
And by the way, I'm glad to say you slack your stance on how we use the word done. How we are
no, me never slack my stance. I said that Jamaican. I am saying Jamaican people will use the word done.
No, below average. Yeah.
All right, fine, no problem.
I said more people will use the word done based on how them feel about the ball.
Me just Zidane say and you. Me don't know if you answer it, but Zidane say not time for that because this thing here what me I say now. You see what me I say? Most could have visit football grounds. I'm going with certain man there.
Well, you can't certain.
Have an idea with me I say no because of
but you can't say.
Real good idea with me I say no.
Which certain man matter?
Big up yourself,
below average say certain man. we more talk to him than me. Me don't know what I mean by that. Get clear below average. I might say you're right because certain man might not want to talk to me for true.
Yeah, we'll take a break. We're coming back.
Yeah.
Get customized aluminum windows and doors at Hepburn's Glass Supplies, 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. 10 years of experience guarantees satisfaction. Call or WhatsApp 876-773-4799. The time, courtesy of Hepburn's Glass Supplies, is 2 p.m.
Omega Radio now presents a health alert, sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
If you have fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical care early. Stay home if you feel unwell. If you have a fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical attention and call in advance. Follow the directions of your local health authority. National and local authorities will have the most up-to-date information on the situation in your area. Calling in advance will allow your healthcare provider to quickly direct you to the right health facility. This will also protect you and help prevent the spread of viruses and other infections.
Omega Radio has just presented a health alert, sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
Top of the hour to you and yours. You're listening to Omega Radio, the station of the stars. Don't go anywhere. Call a friend, tell a friend. Thank you so much for listening. I am Archbishop John Wayne Manning, a.k.a. Wayne Jonathan Manning the First. It's good to have you right here on Omega Radio. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk, on Omega Radio.
People, the Michael Jordan fans upset that LeBron James broke the record last night. I can't tell you.
They did.
Yeah.
But we're coming to the music. But below average, he was very cleverly avoiding the point about matches. His statement is that more people may open up to him than me in training sessions. Not football in general. Me did wrong for say football in general. Because I think training sessions at football was football. Below average says more people may open up to him than me as a journalist in training sessions. But he's not prepared to say that more people open up to him than me at a real football game. Below average, come better than that. All right, music.
Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. Which song is it? George Nooks?
George, Yaba today as well.
Yeah, today's Yaba, but the second song.
But the second song. All right. What the name of the George Nooks again?
I've had many tears and sorrows, questions for tomorrow. There's been time I didn't know right from wrong, but in every situation, God gave me consolation.
All right. The song is called Through It All, George Nooks.
Big up George Nooks.
Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, I've learned to depend upon His words. I've been to lots of places, seen so many faces. There were times I felt so all alone, but in my lonely hours, those special hours, Jesus let me know that I am His own. Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, I've learned to depend upon His words. I thank God for the mountains, thank Him for the valleys, thank Him for the storms He brought me through. 'Cause if I didn't have problems, I wouldn't know that God could solve
All right, through it all, brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. So yeah, remember people, the great caller back-to-back, not back-to-back, but two-time caller there said, oh, the reason why LeBron James attacked the way he did and averaged 19 shots per game is because he had to, because he didn't have help, really. It was the main guy. Not true. I pointed out Anthony Davis, superstar, at one point in the 2020 finals, after the first couple of games, it was said that he was favored to win the finals MVP. LeBron James averaged more shots per game in that finals than Anthony Davis. So he had help. He didn't have to shoot more than Anthony Davis. But it happened. How can he be a pass rusher? So another example now. Miami Heat 2012. LeBron James' first title, Orville, against the Thunder. He had Wade, a superstar, and he had Bosh, an all-star. So he had two all-stars that he could pass the ball to and allow them to run the game and give them more shots. But guess what? In that finals, LeBron James took more shots than both Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Despite having... So he had the help in that series and still took the more shots on the team. Nothing August about pass first. Lies. Not true.
It's a weird thing to say about a man. You are the leading scorer in the history of the NBA, but you're a pass first guy. Them two statements, they can't go together, my boss.
That's like saying Cristiano Ronaldo is a pass first guy.
You are the man who has scored more points than anybody else in the regular season in the NBA, but you are a pass first guy. All right, Sean, we'll go to the call. Don't get a fit. All right, hello. Sir P.
Yes, Mr. P. Yes, Mr. P.
The Yamba music on the played over the past 6 months. What category nominated for Grammy?
Mr. P, no matter with the rubbish.
All right. Orville, are your opinion now?
Yeah.
The person, the selector, make two mistakes. Are you tell me if what I'm saying is true? Now, to pick Stephanie Taylor,
Injured.
who carried that injury for the past year,
Yeah.
and then name her for the 16. You think it's a genuine mistake?
No, it depends on how serious the injury is. If they think that she'll be able, that there's a chance that she will be able to play, then me that take that chance, because she's clearly one of the maybe top two best players.
I agree, but for the past year, she showed that performance because she carried that injury. The next thing, though, by omitting Cornwall, because why I said ask that, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, they just concluded test a while ago. If William Moti and Chase can take 2 wickets, you don't think Cornwall would have win the match for you if he did only?
I don't know if he'd win the game. I can't say that. But as I say, I wouldn't see him as automatic. No, I wouldn't be surprised if they picked him in. But I think his case for being in the team isn't as strong as it was a couple of years ago. However, he started this season very well. Him take 10 against Jamaica and make a 8 here as well. If him continue to have a season like this, then maybe him will force back him away. But
you don't have no problem that carrying him.
No, not this time.
Okay, all right, sir. That's why I wanted to
not this time. However, if them did pick him,
yeah,
I wouldn't have a problem because Cornwall is Cornwall. He's clearly one of the best cricketers we have.
Yeah, I'm based on Chase performance. Say
Ruston Chase is a joke, my boy. Ruston Chase.
That's what I say. If the
but
Ruston Chase cannot be the man. But them used to make the argument that Ruston Chase a Cornwall.
Yeah, well, he's not competing with Cornwall now because the spinner played.
Because them play
front line spinner. Yeah. So,
but me always hear people say pick Ruston Chase ahead of Cornwall.
Yeah, that's it.
Can't make no sense, big man.
I think I'm well as if Cornwall lad made the team happy that this match would not win.
Me not say that.
No man, it's the approach and the rain.
He could have get one ball too.
You know, I just like to talk about it because all the while I will say if Chase can take 5 wickets, Cornwall can't take 7.
No, me think Cornwall, when I was making that argument, he was a better bowler than Chase, and I think he still is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's reasonable that if Chase can run through people,
yeah, man,
then Cornwall will do the same.
All right, so
but me as a man argue with numbers, and Cornwall in the last year or two, in 4-day cricket, wasn't the force he was, but him come back this season,
first game look good.
And after one game, him take 10. Him just shows him still when him ready and put him mind to it.
By the way, Orville,
is among the best players.
I asked you here yesterday, when the test start with Australia
I think it's
India?
Tonight, Mayor.
All right, sir, thank you.
All right.
All right, sir.
All right, Dwight Shatu.
What that?
I know Dwight. No, it's Omar.
Yeah,
Williams is back. Williams is back.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So Zidane, as Orville said, you're making the point clearer and clearer like there. Because the ball that they want to not like, want to beat them hard ball done. And the one they want to like, want to soft.
No, but I don't think Messi is well past his best though, Omar. I don't think so.
You don't think he's ready to pass his best?
No, I don't believe so, my boss.
All right. So the league that he's playing in right now, is it in the top 2 league in Europe?
It is in the top 5. It's amongst the top 10 leagues in the world, in the entire world of football.
Is it that? Just answer the question I'm asking. Is it in the top 2 league in Europe?
No, I think the Spanish league and the English league are the 2 of the best leagues. Yes.
Are the 2 best?
Yes.
And do we have 2 of the better? Well, not even 2 of the better. 2 of the best attacking players at his disposal.
Ah, boy. Yes.
Exactly, my boss. So just say the man that declared to, but
you're saying
boss.
You're saying that to say what?
You, because Messi is the baller that you like, you start your stand.
So you're saying Messi? You're thinking Messi is way past his best?
I think Messi is way, but it's severely past his best. In a World Cup, Messi does the star player.
I do understand Omar Williams, the boss. The World Cup, the man was just brilliant at the World Cup, my boss. You think it is to be brilliant at the World Cup and dominate the entire tournament?
How much games are playing at the World Cup, my boss?
But it's still not easy, Omar.
How much games are playing the World Cup?
We should have done play dominate a World Cup. Name one. Name another one. Next one.
Have
you ever seen that don't play a dominate a World Cup, my boss? And be the best player.
So we are just about for 7 games now or 5 games.
No, what I'm saying, it's a part of
we are judged whether I'm done or
not.
You can't done and be the dominant player.
And no argue about
the man embarrassed the best defender in one of the best defenders. The best defender at the World Cup and one of the most a lot of clubs want to pay $100 million for this man that played for Croatia. And the man embarrassed him at the World Cup. And you gonna say this man had done, my boss? Come on, Omar, man. Lift your levels now, Omar, man.
Messi is not Messi like Zidane. That is how we have said.
I agree that Messi is not the same player he was 10 years ago.
So that's how we have said, brother. So stop being disingenuous.
Hold on, Omar. Are you saying that
the
levels that Messi has dropped from to now is the same as Ronaldo? The drop is the same. That's what you're saying.
Zidane, I think Ronaldo is not.
No man, don't Zidane me, my boss. I'm asking you a question.
Ronaldo is not getting the same support as Messi.
Is the drop the level that they have gone to? Is the same level in terms of
Zidane? Messi is getting a better support than what Ronaldo
is the support?
Getting, and that is right.
All right, fine. So you're saying that it's basically the same thing they are dropped off from too.
Come again.
You're saying the 2 of them are at the same level in terms of the drop off?
No, I'm not saying that, and I did not say that, because we all know Messi affect the game and more than.
You just argue down the place and really come round and just agree with them.
But when you say to you, no, me not be disingenuous like you. The team,
Omar.
We know, but we both know this.
I believe that.
Team
no, Omar.
A better team than the Argentina.
Let me give you it straight, Omar. Let me give you it straight. I still believe that Lionel Messi, at the highest level, whether Champions League or the World Cup, over a 6, 7, 8 game period, can be the best player in the world. I don't think Ronaldo can come anywhere close to that, my boss.
Not even if he's playing on Man City side?
If he's playing for Man City and he's playing in the Champions League knockout stage, I think he will be a flop.
He'll be a flop with Kevin De Bruyne.
Yes, my boss. I think I think he's way past his best, my boss.
Zidane a foolish.
How is Rashford scoring a bunch of goals for United? Since it's a service problem. How is Rashford scoring a bunch of goals for United? And Rashford can't play ball like Ronaldo.
I don't hear you. Repeat that.
Rashford is doing very well at United as a striker. He's scoring a bunch of goals. So if you can't argue it's a service problem.
You say that to say what?
Because you're acting as if you're not getting good service while you're at United.
My boss, I'm after them. You're afraid.
But I'm saying Rashford is scoring. But Rashford is scoring a bunch. But Rashford with those same players are scoring a bunch of goals, my boss. Ronaldo played 14 games and scored twice only in those 14 games at United.
Listen, Zidane.
Come on, we have to stop the nonsense on the radio. Move on to your point, man, and stop embarrassing yourself on the radio.
So you're saying so we're going to the level now where when someone says something we don't believe what them say.
Hold the line, Bramble, Omar. Hold the line. We're coming.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Feel, make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get a thing from your brother or mommy, hey, it's a not Insta, it's a MoneyGram. Zoom, Ria, check your phone, your money land. VMBS money transfer, safer, faster, easier. Sign up for VNBS direct to bank account transfer today. No matter step out, fit time the line. Straight in your account, money reach long time. VNBS money transfer.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Carla Dunbar Ministries International presents Love Gives on Sunday, February 12, 4 Mandela Drive, Golden Spring in Stony Hill at 5 p.m. Featuring live performances from Jodie and Pantry, Andre Shepard and Trinell Robinson, MCs Bastilia and Brian Cuff. Tickets $10,000 per person, meal inclusive, or watch online for $3,800. Get your tickets online at spuropen.com/lovegives. Proceeds in aid of a family housing project, restoring marriages, changing lives.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right, who do we have now?
We still Omar. Omar
we still have Omar,
for a
yeah.
minute, yeah.
All right, so you show me a from a point. So let me just go at this and done. So out Portugal and Argentina going into the
No,
World
make,
Cup.
make your other point,
Which
Omar.
team was the better team, Zidane?
Make your other point.
Which team was the better team, Portugal or Argentina?
In terms of talent,
Yes,
Portugal.
Portugal. All right, cool.
They had more talent than Argentina.
All right, cool. So you answer that. In a Man City team, what was the speech that you made about Haaland scoring 40-odd goals?
I said the main reason will be because of the system.
The Pep system.
Yes.
So Haaland is not that good.
No, I never said he wasn't that good. I said he was a freak of nature in front of goal. And when you put a freak of nature in front of goal in a system that creates so many chances, he will score a lot of goals. I don't believe that.
So you would have said he would have scored how much goal for himself?
28, 29.
And
In the league alone.
Would that be the rest?
That would be great, yes.
All right. So you are telling me that Ronaldo in that system, the system can make him score 17 goals?
Ronaldo, no? No.
Yes.
No.
Can't score 17 goals for
No,
Man
my
City?
boss. Ronaldo look like me in the World Cup, my boss, for Portugal.
That means Man City system not as good as what you said, my brother.
No, it's Ronaldo is all right, my boss.
Man City system is not as
All
good
right,
as
Ronaldo
is
Ronaldo is still one of the 5 best strikers in the world, my boss.
because
All right, Williams, you win the argument, my boss. Me give you winning pan one. You win me, my boss. You beat me.
Omar.
About the foolishness,
You beat me, Omar.
Omar, big up yourself.
Big up.
All right, Orville.
All right. Now we have Chateau. All right. Dwight Chateau.
Oh, Zidane, what's up, gents?
Yes, Dwight, we're here.
Jeez, P, man. How the man no flip-flops, man?
Who flip-flop now?
Twana, man. Yo, man. Jeez, man. I can't believe this, man. And when I couldn't just set the argument so that the thing convenient for you all the time. I want to argue conveniently. Want to work the thing like that?
What are you talking about?
Zidane.
Yeah.
Everybody knows him in attack cricket. But me hear this a while ago, I say, a long time you realize Ronaldo done. When did you realize?
No, I saw it done. I said I saw the done coming.
Yeah, man, you saw the done coming. When did you realize it? When did you see the done?
About 3 years now.
3 years. Okay, all right. So, Ronaldo, 16, 17 in La Liga. I mean, from here on, you just know.
La Liga? If you're going back to La Liga, it's not 3. But Dwight, once you mention La Liga.
Let me just call the numbers then, no?
But La Liga is not 2 or 3 years ago.
Let me call the numbers.
No, but you can't.
Go back all the way
No, but I'm not.
2017.
No, my boss.
No, man, but why you don't want to say all
I
the
said
numbers?
2 or 3 years ago, you can't go back to La Liga.
But if we can see it from as far as 16, 17, we should be able to see the done.
No, me never see it from them time.
Oh, okay, but I'm going to call the numbers.
So you see it from them time then?
Zidane, I'm going to call the numbers. Orville, I want to talk to you now.
Okay.
I'm going to call the numbers.
All right.
25 goals, 26 goals, 21 goals, 31 goals, 29 goals, 18 goals last year. That's from La Liga to Serie A to the EPL. When did you see the done?
2 years now. Mr. Same not
You
sharp.
saw the done when you were scoring 31 goals for Juventus.
In all competitions, them score 31 goals.
Big man, we attack in a Syria A. You started done when he was scoring 31 goals in Syria.
The level of Syria is not weird.
No, but you started done when he was scoring 31 goals.
Because I watch it.
You know, let me exit your class and let me talk to Orville.
Boy,
Shatu,
so you coming?
My head.
Boy, Shatu, all right, Shatu, go to Orville.
No, man, you teach something.
Boy, you don't give me a chance to talk. Go on.
I do I chance.
Boy, me learn it now for you. I swear you go through.
You expect do I give you a chance to talk?
I see what you go through, Orville. Go on to Orville, do I?
Yeah, man, Orville, me talk. Orville.
Yes, sir.
Big man, you know, say, me expect a certain amount of consistency from you when you talk the cricket.
Yes.
Yesterday, you are hitting the team hard. And one of the things you're hitting the team hard was about run rate.
For that second innings.
Oh, so you don't want to talk about the first innings. You want to talk about the second
I'm more critical of the second.
Okay, so you said you wanted the team to score 3 runs and over.
For that second innings.
Okay, what did they score at the end of the innings?
No. I'm talking for that evening, and then I would want us to push on.
Whoa.
On day 5.
I don't understand what you're saying. How many runs per over?
No. All right. So you asked me the question now. You asked me the question. I'm hoping you'll give me a chance.
Yeah, man.
Now, with an hour to go on day 4, I want us to score at 3 minimum. Now, coming into day 5 now, when you have 100 and another lead and thing, then I would expect you to score a little bit quicker, maybe 4.5.
So how many runs and over you expected them to score over the innings?
Over the innings?
Yeah.
Me not really. I didn't really think about over the whole innings.
On you. How many runs did you expect them to set Zimbabwe?
You know, me never think about it that way. I wasn't thinking about the whole game.
But you never think about it, but you criticize them.
No. I'm saying no matter what the scenario was, as it turned out,
let's make it even easier. How many overs did you want them to have to bowl at Zimbabwe?
The more the merrier.
How many overs did you want them to
I wanted us to set. But you keep asking me the question, and you not make me get a chance to answer them, and you keep that try badger me.
Sure.
I'm saying I wanted us to. The more overs we could bowl at Zimbabwe, the better. But I also want the most runs that I could get as well. Now, if you want me to work it out to how many runs and how many overs, I could do that.
I think you're criticizing the team without working out anything.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
And I decide.
That. They bowled 54 overs at Zimbabwe, which is roughly what? A session and a half? More than a session and a half.
Almost 2 sessions.
Yeah, man. See? So you expected them to set a score between 1 hour the day before and the opening session. You thought that they could have set a winning a target that they wouldn't have to worry that Zimbabwe would.
All right, so we batted an hour before and we batted almost close to lunch.
Okay.
Is that we bat? We bat 60 overs. 60 overs for how many runs?
Man, no, they would have batted into the second session. They batted after lunch.
Yes. Oh, they batted after lunch. So we batted 60 overs. Now 60 overs we batted in total.
Yeah, man.
And what was we score?
We scored 200 runs.
200 runs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for a team setting a total, for try set up themselves for win on the last day, when it is unlikely that you'll be bowled out, 3.2 is a little bit is not enough. But let me
Orville,
get the exact.
How many runs did you expect them to set, and how many overs you thought that they would get to bowl at Zimbabwe?
I wanted us to. You say how many overs you bowl largely depend on how many runs you have in them. If we had more runs to play with, then you could give them more overs to bowl. So remember, this is all in the context of an hour before closer play day 5 or day 4 and all of day 5. Now, I want to put myself in a position where I'm not going to lose it.
Working it out.
How you mean me not work it out? Me not want 3 runs and over.
You're just shooting at the hip yesterday. You're just talking off your feet. Oh, I'm a bull.
All right, let me ask you. All right, let me get into the actual game now. Because you are asking me to be specific. When I wasn't thinking specifics.
Yeah.
So let me get into the game now. So we bowl. I'm looking at the match card.
Yeah, man.
So we bowl. We batted how many overs now? May I see? The thing I take a look at. We batted 60 overs for.
Yeah.
And 203.
Almost 3.4 runs and over.
2.3.
3.4 runs and over.
All right, no. May I say we make 203 for 5 declared from. How much over that? So you say it was 3.4.
About 3.4. 3.3.
I think in the context of the game we should have been scoring a little bit faster.
No, you just talking, but you
What do you mean
don't
me just
actually have
talking?
anything because you don't know.
When you're not going to be
No.
When you're not going to be bowled
You
out.
can't tell me the total.
No, because
what you thought was a defendable total on the line.
No, I wanted to bowl maybe at the same time when them bowl, maybe 2 sessions. And I'm saying
So
between
you don't have nothing to complain because you thought that they had enough overs to bowl at Zimbabwe.
No. If me did have 50 more runs on the board, then I could have started to bowl earlier.
Do you think 54 overs was basically what you expected them to have to bowl at Zimbabwe on the last day?
I wanted them to be bowling.
Yes or no, you know?
But me I tell you, I not look on the cricket like that, I am saying, if I had more runs.
How many sessions you thought that they would get to bowl at Zimbabwe on the last day?
Yes, listen to the point I try to make to you. If we had...
Orville, you don't have to go around. We
No, but Moa, you make me...
We're trying to start the cricket simple.
I am
How
saying...
many overs you expected them to have?
I wanted to bowl 90
Zimbabwe
overs.
on the
All
last
right.
day.
I wanted to bowl 90 overs to Zimbabwe.
You wanted to be able to bowl
Ideally.
all of the final day to
Yes,
Zimbabwe?
since you're not allow me to make the point,
No, because you're not
I
answering
wanted
the
to
question.
bowl.
It's a simple question.
I wanted to bowl all of the last day.
Orville.
And if I can't bowl all the last day,
you know what?
I wanted to bowl as close to 90 overs as possible.
Okay. So
Because the more overs me get for bowl,
Orville,
the more likely me I go get to win the
so
game.
now we'll move on to something else then. The next thing, Orville, I don't understand your stance against Reefer. I spoke to you about Reefer earlier.
Against Reefer.
Yeah.
And what miss about Reefer?
You say, I wasn't even sure. Do you have a problem with Reefer being selected?
I have a problem with Reefer being my number 3.
Okay. But you don't have a problem if Shamar Brooks was your number 3.
I don't know that.
You say Shamar Brooks should be in the team, you know. You said that on national radio. So you don't have
No.
a problem with Shamar Brooks.
Hold on a big one. I believe that Shamar Brooks is more likely to do well at number 3 than Reefer. But me not block no road if Shamar Brooks then I decide neither.
Okay.
Shamar Brooks, me not call for Shamar Brooks. You ever hear me come on the radio and a ball for Shamar Brooks and decide?
Oh, wait a man. Reefer batted in the 2021-2022 West Indies Championship year. He batted at number 3 for Barbados.
Yes.
And he averaged roughly around 49.
And that is why I tell you, me not have the same problems with other people about Reefer in the team.
Batted at number 3 and averaged 49. You think coming now into the West Indies team, Brooks is a better selection to bat at 3 than Reefer? My number 3 in the team is Nkrumah Bonner. King, you said you didn't have a problem with Brooks batting at 3.
No. Me think Brooks is a better prospect to bat at 3 than Reefer.
How you come by that?
Because no. What
average from year to year?
What is
Brooks averaged 19 the last championship year. 19.
Me not make no case of Brooks.
19-20.
Me not make no case of Brooks. I'm born myself about that.
How you see Brooks as a better fit at number 3 than Reefer?
No, if you convince me say Brooks not number 3, me not block no road for Brooks, you know. Me just say when me look on him technically, but me not block no road for Brooks.
You present Brooks to us, you know, so tell us.
No, me never come here advocate for Shamar Brooks yet.
Oh Lord, help.
No, sir.
Oh no.
You hear me come and say Shamar Brooks must bat 3 for West Indies.
And talk about football. No, me do that.
No, sir.
You time up the great shot.
No, me not do that.
You ever hear me come here and make a case for Shamar Brooks on this side?
Well, yes, you came here and you called for Shamar Brooks as a better fit at number 3.
No, sir. Nkrumah Bonner means he must bat 3 in the team.
You know what, gentlemen? I will leave it here.
Leave it here, sir.
No, I will leave it here.
Big up yourself,
Shot. Need to be consistent.
Nkrumah Bonner means say must bat 3, sir.
I understand Shot was inconsistent.
Yeah, man.
What mean inconsistent? I never said he was done.
You say you see it done.
I saw it coming. I saw some other things outside of you scoring that time. Saying Ronaldo is coming to the end.
Zidane, can I have back my tuition?
I never said he was done.
Zidane, could I have back my school?
Big up yourself, Shatu. Shatu, me never said done, Shatu. Me say he was on the way.
Okay, gentlemen.
Big up yourself.
All right, me nearly say Shamar Brooks. Me come here and argue for Shamar Brooks people. No, me go when me argue for people.
Hey, somebody text me and say Shatu must talk some other sports. Him not sound too bad for the football.
Yeah,
but me never say Ronaldo done in a Shatu. Me say I saw it coming. He's a genius in not seeing things in a Shatu. Remember Liverpool, me tell him say Liverpool now I go struggle to make the top 4 and then beat me. You see it?
Yeah.
All right, good.
All right, we'll take the break. We're coming back.
Get quality cars from Acorn Sales Auto Limited, located at Lot 53 West Tradeway, Portmore Town Center. Need a car from Japan or United Kingdom or special order, call 876-616-4777 or WhatsApp 876-333-5555. They assist with registration, transfer, and license. Just visit Acorn Sales Auto at Lot 53 West Tradeway, Portmore Town Center for quality cars at competitive prices.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Did you know that Bashko got you? Come down to Bashko Ocheria February 10th at 1 p.m. All 6 Valentines from chocolates to wines, gift baskets, and more. But it gets better. Get your loyalty card and earn while you shop. Get 200 points on spot. This Valentine's Day, Bashko caters to you and your loved one. Bashko Ocheria's 24 Main Street, February 10th at 1 p.m.
The store that gives you more. Bashko.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagley Park Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Omega Radio now presents Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Edgechem, Fosrich Group of Companies, Enibet, and Dangel's Auto Spares and Accessories. Motorsport boss Mohammed bin Sulayem says he will take a step back from direct involvement in Formula One. The 61-year-old's move comes after a series of controversies since he became president of governing body the FIA in December 2021. Ben Sulayem wrote that it had been his stated objective to be a non-executive president via the recruitment of a team of professional managers. That is Sports in a Minute. Omega Radio has just presented Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem for people who dream in color. Fosrich, we open on Sundays with special discounts on all items in store. Solar floodlights, water heaters, conduits, and more. Or visit fosrich.com and shop. Enibet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly. And Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue in Kingston.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right, so I don't remember the Shamar Brooks argument, but if I spoke about Shamar Brooks, whom I really push him case ahead of Reefer, it would probably be on this basis. Now Shamar Brooks in first class cricket, because that's say you use and decide who you want for playing Test cricket. Mm-hmm. He has played 95 first class games with an average of 30 with 7 centuries. So he averages 30, which by Caribbean standard is not special but not bad. He has scored 700s in first-class cricket with a 30.38 average. Raymond Reef, on the other hand, 80 at first-class games with 1 century, and a 27 average. Now, if me have them two men I have to choose from, give me the man who has shown me him only play 10 more games than Reefer, and him have 6 more centuries. Shamar Brooks has demonstrated more often that in first-class cricket, he's more likely to scratch us big runs. One time in a Raymond Reefer career, he make 100. This man can be my ideal number 3. But I was not making a case for Shamar, my boss. If you ask about them two,
you perhaps had pointed out that, listen, even not even Brooks, him convincing over.
But I don't even remember the thing. I don't remember things like that. But me couldn't choose Reefer over Brooks. Reefer have 1 first-class 100. Mm-hmm. But now he may have gotten it last year, batting at 3. But Brooks, in first-class cricket, show me said, not only does he average higher, but his conversion rate of hundreds to matches played bigger. For me, even by a small margin, the bigger the two bad. Now, would I pick Raymond Reefer in the team? Especially if me think he will bowl some ball. Because I still think Raymond Reefer can bowl it. Mm-hmm. Can contribute. Now, you may have an argument as to whether, given that Reefer adds that left arm swing, if now I would play him above Shamar Brooks as a player. Maybe, but not my number 3. That's all, man.
All right.
My number 3 can score me 100, especially when he's replacing a man at number 3 who averaged 40 in a Test cricket batting at 3. And that's my argument.
That decision is a big joke.
Anyway.
All right, we'll go to TG.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, TG.
Well, yes.
Yeah, man, I believe that, boy. The thing is gone when you have to ABC the thing to try and get an understanding.
Yeah, because the man, them difficult in a TG, man.
No, man, I difficult and other things that we wouldn't want to use. But listen now, Chatu, why wasn't he harping on 13 overs in the last session with only 21 runs? Why is he going to tell you that if you want him to do this and ask some impossible questions here?
That is it. I am saying, ideally what you want to do is bowl as many overs as you can on day 5.
Precisely.
And for you to bowl as many overs as you can, you want as many runs as you can, because you want to put the game out and reach at the man, or put a total where you say it's unlikely that they'll get there. But so you want as many overs to bowl. Now, me never decide exactly how much overs and how much time and how much runs. But me know say scoring at one, what was it? 21 runs in 13 overs is less than 2. That is what I was critical about.
Yeah, not good enough at that stage.
You cannot score less than 2 when I'm trying to win a cricket game when me already in the lead. 60 other runs ahead.
Yes, you had a cushion.
You can't do that, man.
Him come with the thing now to look over how much overs bowl and then say, oh, how much you say them should bowl and thing, as if to say, the thing is simplistic, man.
I am talking about day 4, my boss. Day 4, that evening, there, for 21 runs.
21 runs, yes. Anybody who understands him.
Everybody who understands cricket knows that you can't be 68 runs in the lead against the worst team in the world. Now, against England or Australia or Sri Lanka or Pakistan, maybe my argument wouldn't be as strict, you know. Zimbabwe don't beat nobody in a test cricket, my boss. You have to search long and hard for the last time Zimbabwe beat nobody, you know.
Yes.
And I'm saying, given that context, given the context of your 2 openers, make 180 than double 100 in the previous innings. So the 2 man suppose has to the cricket ball. You can't score at 1 point at runs and over me and try win a game. And do I chat to, as he tends to do, come here attack against logic.
But another point to the whole discussion, and I'm glad you raised it. The team we are now playing against the West Indies, I heard a man, self-acclaimed cyclist, came yesterday and was saying that, who are you fighting for man to make this when at a point in time you said they shouldn't go at it? Totally different situation. How on a massacre even if you have conscience?
Yeah,
can you come and draw those references?
Because it's Badger we're talking about, my boss.
It can be.
The West Indies were said 360 or something like that to win a game.
It can be, man. Them they don't need discussion, man.
Yeah. It's about 90 overs on the last day plus maybe 15, 20 overs on day 4. So we had 120 overs or 115 overs to bat. I want you to be cautious. I don't need you to be cautious when it's 40 or 50 over you're going bat.
Precisely. And then when
you have a lead.
Yeah, you could understand that not to risk losing multiple wickets on the fourth day. Because it put you in a situation where you're definitely going to lose the game. So I think that's...
You could be bowled out in the certain
and lose the game.
But in this Zimbabwe, you're unlikely to be bowled out in 40 overs against a team like that. When it's 2 different scenarios, brother. But you know about
totally different. But look here, we people who understand the thing get the thing easily. But what I find amusing, the first line that person made yesterday in order to draw the reference, and when him see how quickly you destroyed what he was doing, him start going back to the thing, not allowing you to talk. As was the other man who called today, because that's the strategy.
Yes.
You allow him to talk because he carry it to a level where you don't want. You don't allow him.
I will know the one with the strategy. When they're not allowing me to say what me I say.
That is the point. And then what is annoying to us listeners and all that, and they are selling themselves very short because people. Badger is more capable than what he's doing.
TG, you see, if I come, I believe that I have a great point, and I make that point, I'm giving you the opportunity to try and counter my great point.
Precisely, that's how it goes.
Yes, I'm allowing you to try and embarrass yourself if that's the case.
You're not in a
but once I try shut you up and I try forcing that to cut.
You're not allowing you to get in a point.
No. Yeah, they don't rate the point that they're making as early as they think.
As happened this morning. And one other thing about discussion and being, if you are a goat or whatever in anything, you have to be concise in what you are doing. So you must be able to put your discussion, boom, and allow the other discussion to go. And it's not a lecture session where I go, and if I want to hear discussion, I go in.
No man, some of the callers them
It doesn't work that way.
they get very cagey when them say you're onto something. You can't be allowed for that.
Mm-hmm.
And the final point is this: that man who say we in Jamaica know it don't mean and all that. Me don't understand it, boss. I can understand the thing about passing the best, what it means.
And that it mean TG, man. When I hear them say a man done, they might describe the man well past where him used to be.
No, hear me now, no, man. What I'm saying to you is this. And when the man say we understand, you know what do we know? Because remember now, Omega is an international thing and persons listening across the world. They are not using some of the jargon and all. So we must have the discussion at a level that people can make the deductions with and in making those discussions, you get the sense.
Yeah, but when I watch ESPN doing that, ESPN is far more global than Omega, and they talk about clutch. I just have to keep on listening to understand eventually what exactly clutch meant at the time when I heard clutch for the first time in America.
Zidane, don't go there because you're the man bringing the argument and you shift the goalpost.
No, I'm not shift the goalpost. But we just say we have.
No. Me understand what you mean. Today you tell Chatu say you saw the thing coming and him gonna where La Liga,
going back to La Liga,
which is so many years ago. And every time the man self-inflict and you point out the thing. Right. Anyway, quickly, Zidane, the gods are smiling and us are speaking about Arsenal now. Saturday I was distraught after the match.
Yeah, I was worried because you know, mentally, if they had won, they would have cut the lead to, even though we had a game in hand, they would have cut the lead to 2.
After the match with City, man, I was strong again. I could put on my shirt.
Yeah, man. So we with our game in hand now, and we 8 points ahead, man. Yeah, man. Looking good.
Anyway, gentlemen, keep it going and keep the standard high. Don't make the man and bring it down to
no, man, we try.
And Orville in parting. Why you can go between the Rangers, Mr. P believes and catch you now when he come and say, where's about this and that? And when he explain to him, no, man, he say, don't you think, fat man with a ball on the side and all. And he said, how could I say that?
No, me can't know if I'm a ball.
No, but how could I say that? Yeah, unless you have some very powerful clairvoyance.
Boy, I mean, I tell you. Them try everything, my boss. But with them.
Anyway, I keep it going. I will continue to listen, boss.
All right, TG.
Congrats about it.
All right, Wayne from Port.
Hey.
How you doing, Wayne from Port?
I go on. Orville, Zidane. Zizo.
Yes, Wayne.
How can I lunch Orville buy you?
He buy the lunch, man.
I go for good lunch buy, you know.
A nice lunch, man. A nice lunch.
He couldn't get shrimps, but him get something decent.
Yeah, man. LeBron James, man.
But guess what? I'm under pressure, obviously, because me had some information that Orville probably wasn't privy to.
Okay.
I knew that LeBron James' entire family, the outside family from Cleveland, was flying in. So you understand that LeBron James would have pushed hard to get it. So it's as if the players just say, listen, tonight you're going to do it and I want to get this distraction out of the way. Yeah, so even they were spectators, they were playing in the defense at us, like they were in the moment of saying we need to see one of the greatest achievements in the history of American sport.
But Zizo, I really like how you put the thing in perspective against Pioneer, you know.
Yes.
Because one of the time when I listen to me think Anthony, when me say, me man talk about Anthony Davis, so me look on this player, me say, ratted. And
yes.
We hear the man talk about Anthony Davis like he's a world-class, top-notch player. We hear the man talk about Anthony Davis back about 2 years back, you know.
No, I mean, he was criticizing Anthony Davis that he wasn't that great. Davis proved him wrong, man.
Yeah.
He was saying he wasn't
that guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So they are going taking the show, big show as usual. Boy, Friday.
Yeah.
Friday, I drop off from a chair, man.
What happened?
Show Friday, man.
Oh.
Which one again?
You're talking about the show Friday with the done argument, man.
Yes, man. St. Diego, perfect example of a sample, man.
Oh, then we don't know where St. Diego come say, man.
All right, Wayne.
Yeah, man. Bless up.
Big up yourself.
All right, cool.
Cool.
We'll take the break. We're coming back to the other.
over 40 years of record service, Lock Safe and Vault Limited is your trusted security provider. Get affordable prices on a wide variety of seals, garage doors, access control supplies, magnetic lock, fingerprint, weatherproof keypads, card access system, time attendants, power supplies, and exit buttons. Professional services provided. Visit 40 Shortwood Road, Kingston 8. Problem solved with Lock Safe and Vault.
Be a part of the legacy. Make a donation today and help raise funds for the Sagicor Sigma 25th Legacy Run beneficiaries. Every amount donated goes towards the University Hospital of the West Indies Pediatric Unit and the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts. Donate by check, cash, bank transfer, or online payment. You can even donate your Sagicor Bank credit card reward points or support by purchasing athletic wear at the Sigma shop. Be a part of the legacy. Visit SagicorSigmaRun.com today for more information on ways to donate.
Sponsored by X Tickets, Reggae Marathon, Just Create, Catherine Speak, Sherwin Williams, Medical Link, Phase 3, Starlight Productions, and KSAMC.
Dependable God.
I am Pastor Corbel Leon, inviting you to join me at 11:30 for Divine Connection, where I teach and encourage you into the Word of God, and you shall be blessed.
That's Divine Connection on Omega Radio, Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m. Sponsored by Impact Science Solution Limited. Services offered: large format printing, billboards, video boards, and much more. Located in St. Catherine and provide services island-wide. You can contact them at 876-667-9582. You can send them an email at impactscience@gmail.com. You can find them on Facebook at Impact Science Solution or on Instagram at ImpactScienceJA.
Dependable God.
It's now time for Anybet Tips, presented by Anybet, your best bet.
All right, here you have it. Weekend EPL tips. Crystal Palace, they host Brighton. And the odds of a Crystal Palace win this one is $3.70. The odds of a draw is $3.45. And the odds of a Brighton win, who's doing extremely well, is $2.05. Crystal Palace did well when they were playing against 10 men against United. It was a good game from them, not the team that we expected that we have seen thus far this season. But at home, I think that despite the great play from Brighton thus far this season, I think Crystal Palace will find a way to get the victory in this one. So I'm picking Crystal Palace at $3.70 to win in that encounter. Fulham, they host Nottingham Forest in the other encounter we're looking at for this weekend. The odds of a Fulham win is $1.94. The odds of a draw is $3.55. And the odds of a Nottingham Forest win is $4. I'm going with Fulham at home, who has done extremely well this season to get the job done at $1.94.
Anybet Tips was presented by Anybet, your best bet.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right. First time seeing this name, 100-year teacher.
Yes, Mr. Higgins. How are you today?
Well, Mr. Higgins here with Mr. Matthews.
Well, how are you, Mr. Matthews?
Not bad.
Who was your principal at Manning's, Mr. Higgins?
A man called Mr. Nita. Herbert George Nita.
Oh, yes. All right. He was a good principal, if I recall.
Yes, man. Good man.
Yeah. Well, I think you know that the West is best, eh?
Yeah.
You're my favorite program, you hear?
Oh, that sounds absolutely nice.
Yes, and also since I'm a lady, you all complain that the female of the species not calling your program.
They don't call often enough. I think generally the females make more sense than the males. You know?
Well, you know, I am a kind of strange lady. I do not want to decide which of the which of the genders
do
this or that. Okay?
All right.
Yesterday you all were very contentious. I sometimes call you all the contentious sports desk.
Oh, my God.
My request, though,
Yes.
is to ask you, when you start your debates again,
Yes.
could you have two people debate sports versus education for me, please?
Sports. What would the mood be?
Well, be it resolve anything you like. That a career in sports is, I don't like better than a career in education. You see where I'm going with that?
Yeah. Find me the mood, man, and we'll get two people to debate it.
You can do that with the rest of your callers. I'll not bite that bait so that I'll call you again.
No, but I wouldn't want us to be debating something that you don't want us.
No, that's fine with me. I'm a 100-year teacher, remember?
I want the mood to be the mood to be exactly as how you would want it to be.
Have two of your callers.
Yes.
Okay? They will decide how they want to present the mood.
But you want sports versus education in the mood.
Yes.
All right.
All right?
100-year teacher. Are you actually 100 years old?
No, we don't matter about that. I taught mathematics, so I can do what I want with numbers.
Oh, well, because the name that we're saying is 100-year teacher.
Yeah, it is, though.
Okay, but
when I started teaching, I was 6.5 years old.
Oh, interesting.
And I've taught about all of that. I've taught from your Westmoreland right through the country. So
you're calling from Westmoreland now?
No.
Oh, because you said the West was best. All right.
Yeah, but the West is best.
All right, great to hear from you, 100-year teacher.
Yes.
And we'll see if we could get that
I would
motive.
appreciate it.
You're a former Manning's teacher?
Taught some people who taught at Manning.
Okay.
They even put in a project down there some years ago.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm right up the hill there. Head over to St. Thomas to the other 12 parishes.
All right, 100-year teacher. Great to hear from you. Call us more often.
I will try.
Yeah, man.
All right, good.
All right, bye-bye.
Who we have now? Preacher, finally.
Yeah, well, big up yourselves, Zidane. Greetings.
Big up, Preacher.
Well, go on, Preacher.
Yeah, well, let me establish, right, that what LeBron James achieved last night is a great achievement.
Yeah.
All right,
yes. Fantastic.
Good. Let me just establish that, because sometimes we like change narratives that what people say and all of them. See? Now, I have a question for you, Zidane.
Yes.
When did LeBron James become the GOAT in your mind? You are one of the persons who are consistent in terms of your position and who the GOAT is.
Like
LeBron is GOAT. When
like 5-6 years ago, I think so. We formed that opinion that I'm going with LeBron now over Michael.
All right. So Michael was the GOAT prior to LeBron.
Yeah, man. I have them 1-2.
All right, 5-6 years ago. Now,
yes.
Why wasn't the person who had the most points aggregate scored in the NBA one on your list?
Why wasn't he one? Because me never think him as good as Michael Jordan.
All right. So even though Kareem, in terms of overall achievement, had the same amount of championships won.
Preacher, speak up.
You hear me?
Yes.
So even though Kareem won the same amount of championships as Jordan,
yes,
was a 5-time league MVP, Zidane, 2-time finals MVP, and had the most points aggregate.
Yes.
In the history of the NBA, he was still not at the level where you thought he would have been number one.
None at all. Michael made it have. Michael was number one. Yes.
So you can appreciate and understand then, Zidane, why some people would not view LeBron's aggregate record that he now holds as a major plank in the GOAT discussion.
If me can understand?
Yes.
But remember, I had him as the greatest of all time before he had this.
But for those people who don't have him as the greatest of all time.
No, but I'm saying to you, you're saying I could understand, but I must understand because before he had the aggregate record, I had him as the greatest of all time without it.
But I'm saying to you.
So it means that Christopher Zidane Matthews don't necessarily mean that because you have the aggregate record, that alone makes you the greatest of all time.
Thank you very much. And that is all that some people have been saying. People have not been saying.
So why people hate LeBron James?
So people have not been saying it's not a great individual achievement. But for those people out there who are using that individual achievement as now the raise on debt.
No, but remember, I doing a preacher.
LeBron being
What if I think they're a dead heat? If I think they're a dead heat, and then after I realize that no, LeBron James has the greatest amount of points in the NBA. So I might squeeze LeBron James over Michael if I think they are very, very close.
If you think they're a dead heat.
Yeah, if I had them as a dead heat, my boss, and then after LeBron James achieved this number, I might say, yo, may I give LeBron James the edge? It's an achievement.
It still raises a question, you know.
Yeah.
In terms of if you have them as a dead heat, and this becomes the tiebreaker.
Yes.
Why wasn't Kareem in your conversation?
Because maybe Kareem,
yeah,
but I'm saying I'm answering for the others now. Maybe Kareem overall never did enough with his play for him to be in that conversation with both of them.
Well, I struggle to see our man who was a leading as the most points ever in the NBA, is third most, if not second most, in terms of rebounds and all those things in the NBA, cannot be in the conversation for the greatest of all.
He wasn't in the conversation?
No, but it must be either one or two.
No, man, you can't be 3 and 4, my boss.
You can't be 3 or 4?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And I see most people have him third.
All right, fine.
Yes.
Another thing, and this is a Laker thing now, because I'm a Laker fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Long time I carry Lakers. From Nick Van Axel, then, well, back in a Magic career, and then the beginning of Nick Van Axel, Eddie Jones, and Cedric Ceballos and them, man.
Yes.
I was disappointed last night. I was happy for LeBron, but disappointed because for 3/4 of the game, the entire Laker roster was focused on LeBron scoring 36 points.
LeBron said it, you know. Well, he didn't quite say it like that. He said, no, we have a game to win. Remember that statement?
That's what he said at the end of
the celebration and the fanfare.
No, let's win the game.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Preacher.
Yeah.
Yes, so when you score 130 points in a game,
yeah,
you can't look at that. You were just trying to help LeBron James get the record. You have to look at defense. They were shocking defensively in the first half.
My point, Zidane, then you now make 2 different points.
Okay.
The game was more about almost gazing or what?
Yeah, they were gazing.
Scoring 36 as opposed to let us play within the game. LeBron not gonna get 36, you know.
Yeah.
But let us play within the game in a way that allows for the Lakers to win this game because the Lakers are still chasing the playing spot.
Yes.
Right? So that was part of my disappointment.
It was disappointing from that standpoint. I agree with you, my boss.
Yeah.
Because it was simple. It was simple, you know. LeBron James going to get the record and we're going to defend as hard. I saw no defending from the Lakers. It was way too easy for a team that played the night before.
And that may I talk about. You see, the record is a great achievement. But the icing on the cake would have been winning that game.
Yeah.
Sealing that thing with a win. And knowing that going forward, we can't forget this thing about LeBron chasing the record. Right now, LeBron is setting the record. With every point he score after this, is a record he must set for somebody else. Lakers still a fight.
We won't live to see anybody break that record, though.
Well, that's the same thing they say about Kareem. Zin, in a Kareem time. You have people who never believe the record there could have been broken.
No. I never said it can't be broken. I'm saying me and you, preacher, will not live to see anybody break that record.
Maybe so, you know, because you don't know. People are listening.
So me are saying our lifetime, my boss. Preacher, you're not. Preacher, LeBron James has been playing for 20 long years, and this man is a man, one of the most physically gifted players of all time, and even him miss games now.
Yeah, no, I understand the point. But watch this now. You see this thing about LeBron is pass first or shoot first. LeBron James is an intelligent basketball player.
Yeah.
See? Probably one of the most overall gifted basketball players we have seen.
Hold the line, preacher. Hold the line. We're coming back.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560.
The time by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, is 3 o'clock.
Omega Radio now presents a health alert. Sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices. And Bashco, the store that gives you more.
If you have fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical care early. Stay home if you feel unwell. If you have a fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical attention and call in advance. Follow the directions of your local health authority. National and local authorities will have the most up-to-date information on the situation in your area. Calling in advance will allow your healthcare provider to quickly direct you to the right health facility. This will also protect you and help prevent the spread of viruses and other infections.
Omega Radio has just presented a health alert, sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right, back with your preacher. Back with you before I come to the song.
LeBron is an intelligent basketball player.
Yes, one of the most intelligent ones you've ever seen.
He's not pass first or shoot first, right? LeBron does what he thinks is the best thing to do in the moment, a boss.
Yeah,
right?
I agree with that.
And so this idea, I'm big up Archibald. Archibald is one of the men that was exposed to CMU.
I agree with that, preacher.
If a man cannot be pass first, but is leading the league all time in terms of points, see?
Yes.
And him can be shoot first, and when you look on the assist side of it, he's about third all time or fourth all time. See? And him is not a pure point guard, even though he has been playing the point a lot in his last few years. LeBron is just an intelligent basketball player.
I agree with that.
And the situation is you don't find many people with
You don't find a lot of players in history with that sort of talent. So
Right.
Michael Jordan wasn't a poor passer, and he was a very good passer. But he wasn't an elite passer like Magic, LeBron, and people like that. So Michael Jordan came down and more often and just looked to score, because he knew that it was main strength. LeBron James knows that he's a great passer, so he don't come down with the mindset that, listen, I'm going to score or I'm going to pass. He knows he can do both at a very high level. So him look at the defense, him feel the game and the situation of the game, and then determine what he will do. So him not come in the game and say, I'm a pass first or I'm a score first. He must come in the game and play the game.
That is a blessing and a curse when you're as gifted as LeBron, because sometimes LeBron, rightly so, should actually be more aggressive in getting his, while other times we see LeBron choose the opting to pass when it is the best situation to pass in, but the person receiving the pass is not as good as LeBron in finishing the basket.
Yeah, but generally he does make the right decision. But occasionally you can say, listen, I think he should have probably attacked with that one. That's where you're coming from.
Fair point.
Yeah, sometimes he thinks he knows the game too much in those situations, I think.
Yeah, man, too passive, because say you have the mind there.
No, it's not passive, He more think he make the right basketball play.
Well, yeah,
so when him read the game, I say, no, dishing out to that man is the right player, but I say, LeBron, then better you shoot over that man. Exactly. That would be a better option.
A higher percentage shot you taking it than giving the man there to take it.
All right,
so
preacher.
I think that will beat LeBron.
Yeah, man, preacher. Great call.
Big up.
Yeah, man.
All right. All right, music time now. Music time. And of course, brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. And of course, also to Yaba. Remember, the Yaba platform, you can download the song them. They are on all of the platforms, Spotify, Amazon. You know about them?
Yes, man, all of them.
So if you want the Yaba album, go out and get it. I will play the number 2. And as a matter of fact, I'll be playing different songs of the album every day. So I play number 2 today, I'll play number 3. Because people are getting used to 2 and we've been getting some great feedback. So the one that we'll be playing, we've been playing this one a lot as well.
Recently.
And it vibes up people and things. Put the CD in your car, it's big people music. And this one is Tomorrow Night. And All right, tomorrow night, Anne Marie, the Yabba album, people, get it. Send it to your mother, your uncle and your auntie. It's that kind of album. Big people, reggae music, and then you can tell me whether it's reggae or not. Some of my friends are having that debate. All right, brought to you also by Edgechem for people who dream in color. Sean Grant. Sean Grant has an interesting twist to the argument. He refuses to come with all this time. When Sean knows that him have a point, he comes on the ear and he tells us. When he's a little bit doubtful, he stays behind the glass and cuss me out. All right, St. Diego.
Good day, gentlemen.
How are you doing, St. Diego?
Fine, doing fair enough. You're fine.
All right.
Some interesting cards we've been having. Some nice cards.
Yeah.
And Zidane.
Yes.
You must speak for yourself, with respect to Preacher. I cast my ballot against Preacher in the recent elections. Preacher, if it takes 20 years for say somebody is starting today to break LeBron's record, and it's gonna take 20 years, I'm sure Preacher will be around at that time.
No, man, that's not the point I was making.
Well, you said it's not likely to be broken.
No, we're not saying anybody that good enough to maintain that sort of standard for 20 years. Or higher. It's either you average 30 odd points over 15 years.
At the last record, LeBron never started play,
LeBron wasn't born.
Wasn't born, right?
LeBron was born in 1984. The record was from 81, I think.
And him take 20 years to break it.
Yes.
So a guy starting today, he broke it.
No, you're not going to find too many people with the ability and the longevity of LeBron James.
Yeah, all right. Preacher make another great point. That the Lakers placed the emphasis on LeBron breaking the record, rather than winning the game.
Yeah, when LeBron says, "Come on now, we have a game to win," it captures that point.
Yeah.
After the record celebration.
Well, so it go, because of if the spectators today.
I saw something yesterday, and I was wondering if it was fair to the other team, because there was this the commissioner walked on the field. Yeah. There was this thing with Kareem company. The game stopped for about 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, I guess they would have told him prior to that. When it happened, they would have been apart.
Me think so that for going after the game.
When Gary Sober was breaking record, they stopped, but it was sort of impromptu, it was sort of spontaneous.
Yeah, but me I said, and LeBron youth them company feel and
I'm wondering if it was because it was very close to the end of the third quarter. Because what if it was a late situation where the game was very late and the game is tight? They couldn't do that. They would have to wait to the end of the game. So maybe it was because it was the end of the.
But me just think me as the other team now, me have to sit down for 10-15 minutes. I watch all this. The middle of
that shows you how big of a deal it was, Orville.
All right, then, another good caller. The maths teacher from the lovely lady.
Yeah, 100-year teacher.
Yeah, the subject you mentioned about sports versus education sounds somewhat like what we've been used to with Muggy Graham and his
How would you kind of mood?
It's sort of aching to Muggy and the baller, the sports athletes sort of thing,
Give me the mood.
It comes. I mean, Muggy himself debate on the program at length, about that where the emphasis should be placed and how much of a balance we should
No. That's why more you give me. Remember, a mood is a very exact thing,
All right, next time.
All right.
Dwight Chatu, again another great caller, and he made some good points. Orville, this test match, balance. The balance of the game changed from the innings from balance. The century where balance come back.
Yeah.
It actually, the hunter became the hunted. That last 13 overs, that West Indies faced on the fortnight, Zimbabwe ring the batsman, They have a feel around the bat,
All the more reason for push on.
You could easily hit the ball over the field and get runs. 3 runs.
Scoring at 1 point.
Because the lead wasn't all that great. If they had a 150 lead, they could press on. But with a 70 lead, if Zimbabwe was able to knock them over fast.
Knock over how many? All right, so close up play, we were 21 without loss.
The team include Myers and Blackwood. The team not strong, the batting not strong.
I know, but I'm saying based on where the game was, we were 21 without loss at the end of day 4.
Yeah.
Would you prefer 21 without loss or 50 for 2?
Well, I'm just explaining why they took that approach.
I'm saying I know the reason what they might say, but may I say, I know that in an attempt to score quickly or score a little bit quicker, there's a possibility that wickets will go. I'm asking you, 21 without loss a day and a day 4, or double the scores, say 50 for 2. Which would you prefer?
You can't have to think about this. Look at the youth who is out at the camp, John Campbell. Remember, the skipper told us, I want to bat with John because I don't want nobody to rush me when I'm batting.
I don't know if he said it, but we understood.
Yeah,
that was the
sentiment.
sentiment.
Him prefer to bat with John.
Right.
And because him can maintain team style. And we put a man his style to bat with him now. So, we can have things about it. And finally, Orville. Well, I'm not privy to most of the social media things, but this is to below average. In case he's coming under any form of pressure on social media about what, him being more popular than yourself.
No, man, him never said that about popularity, really.
No, I mean...
He says more people would more likely to clam up.
Okay, all right.
When them say me are training, not that much.
As a social scientist, he'll tell you, if you want to elicit information, you want to get evoke information from people, Mark Wignall will tell you. Sometimes Mark prefer to go in disguise at a bar and him hear things more than if him go as a journalist with him tag on him.
No, man, the reverse is also true.
True, exactly. Sometimes
more people will tell you things as a journalist than as a layman.
But they'll also dress up what they tell you.
No, it's not necessarily.
Yes, man, they'll fabricate what they tell you.
Why would they, big man?
Listen,
if he doesn't want you to say it on the radio.
Give me 30 seconds because, in days of old, so some kings and managers do it. The kings used to dress as pauper and go to his kingdom to find out exactly what people think were going. Because if him go to his kingdom, they're going to be pretentious. And managers go on the shop floor and pretend to them a worker.
Yeah, because managers and kings have the power to hurt workers, my boss. Me no have that power there.
Police put on short pants and go in a cell.
But here's why this.
Poor analogy.
Here why those examples. When you're a manager, you can fire workers,
No, Zidane.
Who me gonna fire?
It's called clandestine. You undercover, covert. You just if you're disguised, sometimes you're better able to get information than if you go up front as an official.
I mean, I tell you, say you have to bear in mind that the opposite is true.
Yeah, they want to give you the information.
Yes.
They're glad to see you. They're glad to see you to tell you what is going on.
Yes. So we just need to appreciate that the thing can go both ways. So for instance, when you say who is people have to talk to more, I said below average because
more likely to be me.
Because if you go there, a man go hold down and dress up with him, I say.
Man,
I say, boy, I see journalists there, I see the boss there, I see the police there. Whereas if the police are there, the man talk more freely.
Make we do the test, but then again, you wouldn't know what they must say to me.
Yeah, you couldn't even tell us why Killamilla only play wanted.
Here
you couldn't tell us why Paul Young and Alcibus that was dropped from the 98.
All right. All right, Sanjay.
And Bill Ravitch could. But Bill Ravitch could tell them thing there. Okay, all right, Sanjay, big up yourself.
Sanjay, big up.
We take a break, we're coming back.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Did you know that Bashko got you? Come down to Bashko Ocheria February 10th at 1 p.m. All things Valentine's from chocolates to wines, gift baskets, and more. But it gets better. Get your loyalty card and earn while you shop. Get 200 points on spot.
We're gonna make you smile. And Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk. You know one of the mistakes that St. Diego making, people. St. Diego don't understand the kind of ratings where people have for man in the business long time. You see, as a local rookie sports journalist, maybe St. Jacob could have a point. But when you're in the business for long and people rate you out the road, people are going to well want to tell you things, my boss. Me not think him understand that. You know the amount of things when me hear when me not talk on the radio, 10 times more than what I say on the radio. People look for you for telling them things. And they will tell us that you can't say this, but you can't say that.
Yeah. So, for example, when he said you weren't aware of why Miller couldn't make the team, only played one test match, maybe you were told, but them say, listen, hold it down. Him don't even understand that.
I wonder if him know the amount of things where me and the man them talk.
Yeah.
So because you don't say it on air, you think you don't know. How can a regular civilian know more about sports than the man where
top
sports are
top,
NBA?
Yeah, it's not likely, brother. It's highly unlikely.
Another does my work, you know, a top man in the police force must know more go on about police work than me as a civilian, brother. People will come to you and tell you more things as a police. Rather than run, police know more about the badness than you as a civilian.
Yes, of course.
They know.
They know.
Oh, you can go on. Next call, though.
Badger the Great.
Oh, it's Badger. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, Badger the Great. Yes, great.
Only a public figure wait so long, man. I understand, no, man. You can't have a public figure, brother.
Who is the public figure?
I mean, you never wait so long, brother. You understand? San Diego, you must say it is that I believe that most of the popular callers to this show, they were popular before Orville Higgins show. It's just that Orville provide a platform for our popularity. So you must say it's that Diego. You understand?
You understand him?
Yes, man. You don't understand, man.
St. Jacob was making a point, that point.
No, I don't understand.
Sorry. All right. Me I made a point there. I was well big and famous a long time. It was that Orville provide a platform for my popularity.
You were famous?
Yes, man.
Before radio?
A long time. Yes, man. Yes, but
famous where?
Me everywhere, New York, overseas.
But you never. All right. Maybe. Me not know nobody who didn't know you before.
I don't country in Orville. I last I come at town in the 19.
Yeah, the man I cost me now.
99, you know.
Yeah, the man come by the radio to tell me where I come from. Me
I
never know about you before radio, Badger.
You don't know nobody, Orville, so you know.
I don't know nobody. All right, you were a very famous man before radio.
Yes.
Being famous means a lot to you, apparently.
Well, and you think being a big sports journalist mean a lot to you?
No. I run away from being famous, my boy.
Nobody.
I go place and hide.
Nobody trace me now. Come in and go place people ask about you. So nobody trace me now.
Oh, they do?
Yes, man.
Boy, you well want to be famous, you see, man.
No, I am famous, but I trace me, Orville. Anyway, what may I say still? Sports now, right? Sports. What may I say still? Is that Zidane? Whose record did Kareem break?
Wilt.
When?
In 1980 or 81, thereabouts.
84, Mrs. 84, Mrs. I don't know. That Mrs.
No, man. Listen, let me allow the man to explain to you, know.
All right, this man.
He may have scored his final point in 1984. But he broke the record from Wilt. He took it from Wilt in before LeBron James was born.
Okay, no problem.
I guess I saw it though.
All right,
because LeBron James are not 39 yet.
I was there, sir. I just checked the thing. I'm say 84, so I move on. You understand? Yes.
Well, that is a 38-year-old record. Then. Most of the reports said.
Jesus.
All right. I can't check. I'm not exactly sure. So let me check. Simple as that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. All right. So now, right. I have some callers Spanish here where me rate and certain big up on them thing there. Yeah, man. And then you have some now, boss man, Jesus, peace man. Anything I really get them just run up on it. You understand? Big man. One more thing for yourself, brother. Do I try to pick up yourself here, sir? I'm pioneer. Big up yourself. Zidane. Did LeBron James say that he's a pass first guy?
I've heard him with it.
You heard him with it?
Yes.
Mr. Higgins, did LeBron say that he's a pass first guy?
I've heard him with it.
Okay. So you think that he's lying?
He's wrong.
I think that he's wrong.
Oh, he's wrong. Okay. What did Vin Bailey say again about Leon Bailey?
Finn, what did he say about him?
Yes, about being ordinary.
That he wasn't going to treat. Well, what Vin Blaine's explanation was.
No. What did he say? What did he say?
He used the word ordinary. He's an ordinary player.
Okay. So you think that he was lying?
I think when he gave the context, because ordinary in that context could be used more than one way.
So LeBron James a lie and Vin being a lie.
I don't think LeBron James is lying, you know.
Okay.
But,
all right.
But I don't think the record bear him out.
Yeah, I don't think his assessment of himself is the right thing.
So he's a madman then.
No, he's not mad.
Well, then he misspoke about himself.
Well, he does things he likes to pass in his mind, but his play.
Oh, in their mind.
In his mind, LeBron James would prefer to be Magic Johnson, but LeBron James' career is like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and these people attack.
Well, all right, that's fine.
He's an attack first. He has been an attack first player.
Me don't live in a LeBron James' mind. Me don't live in a house.
I obviously don't watch him either.
I mean, watch him either.
Yeah, it doesn't seem so.
What I'm saying, I'm not watching. But what I'm saying, I heard him. And what he said that he's a pass first guy. I'm going to go for what LeBron James said. Just like I'm going to go for what Vin Blaine said. You understand? Moving on now. Mr. Higgins, you have a tendency, you see, to create an argument. You gave us a story one day about you doing a history piece, and it was so good. And everything, because you can spell good, you spell everything right. Comma, full stop, everything. But guess what? The teacher give you a poor grade. You know why? You put some wrong date, and you tell us that. And you bring it on the radio. You are so good, Mr. Higgins, in making up a story where people never say. I heard you even this week with poor little Mr. Man. Mr. Man come out next day and cry. Nobody says Orville.
Actually, he did though.
You see that? And you tried that with me yesterday, not knowing that the public figure was going to come back to the again.
No, man, I know you come.
Yes, man, Mr. Higgins. I was not talking about the final day yesterday in the cricket. I was talking about the 20 overs when your good friend, John Campbell, who scored faster than Craig Batrate, who can score faster than Craig Batrate, and Chandapal, little son. By the way, congratulations to Chandapal and his son. I think they are the first father and son ever to score 200 in a test match. Big them up. And journalists on the radio.
But the father and son never scored 200 in a test match. What are you talking about?
Chandapal never scored 200.
Oh, so you're saying of all the father-son combinations, Shiv is the first one.
Why
don't make a double 100?
Why don't you take a piece of paper and a pen and write down what Mr. Higgins?
No. You're saying that
Shiv score a double 100.
You're saying hold on, but you may understand what you're saying. Maybe you're right. You're saying that of all the father-son combinations we play Test cricket, this is the first son who has got a double. Is that what you're saying?
And the first father took that.
He's saying Chandapal would have made a double at one
point. Oh, so it's the first, where the father and son
both have made double century in Test
cricket.
I think that's the record he's saying.
Me not sure.
Me not sure. Mr. Higgins, take a pen and a paper right now, man.
Yeah.
I make 203, and if son come on, you come make 200 and something now. You understand? I think the father make against England when Waverland was captain. That's all.
Me not contest it. I'm not sure.
Waverland's captain West Indies test team?
No.
Oh, Papa Jesus. I forced me to hear this. Yes, when they strike.
No, Weaville was not the captain when them strike. Shiv was the captain.
She was, all right, sorry. All right. So we get
take a pen and write that.
Yeah, man. Zidane tell you. Oh, them say me don't know cricket.
Yeah, man. Take a pen and write that down.
No, Zidane. Not you. Yeah. All right. So next, so me tell you, what's the argument now? I was talking about the day before the last day when there was about 20 overs. And no, how much them score with that 20 overs, Mr. Hage?
13 overs. Take a pen and write it down. 13 overs.
No. I am talking about when they were playing.
You're talking about
the Sri Lanka test.
So you were specifically talking about the last.
But that's a different scenario.
Yeah, but don't you think the scenario was completely different even if you're talking about the fourth day of that test?
But me know what the fourth day matter.
No, I'm talking about Orville against inconsistency reasoning. When he said that they must show some aggression.
So did Orville say there was no point in time where they can show aggression in Test cricket? The West Indies?
Shut up and listen.
Because Orville said of that argument to me, I want to be clear.
If you don't know, let me tell
you. No, but I'm asking you, did Orville say that in every scenario West Indies have to be just trying to block and not trying to score it?
Me did talk about that specific situation as well.
Might I know?
Yeah.
Why I don't understand about your
No, I don't either.
You don't understand. You know why you don't understand, Zidane? You were undecided to say that Orville was right. Zidane.
But he never said in all games you must do the same thing, Badger. So why you talking? Why you saying he's inconsistent?
Yeah,
there's no inconsistency. If he said at that point in time that every single game West Indies have to be careful because they're not good, then he would be inconsistent. But he never said, he said that case where West Indies was playing against Sri Lanka, it was a big total. You don't agree that things should have go out and tap because if you lose a couple of wickets, they're going to lose the game.
No.
Well, if you lose a couple of wickets here, it's unlikely you lose the game.
Nice try.
No, man, that was the argument, Badger. I'm telling you.
Zidane,
Yes.
Right. I was saying on that day that on the fourth day, they could have shown look more.
And I disagree.
So do I.
I know you did.
At the risk of losing wickets on that day 4.
It was too great.
The risk of losing wickets on that day 4, the losing wickets in that situation would have more implications to the game than losing a wicket or 2 here.
There you go.
That's how it is.
When they consider the situation, the opponent, you could have lost 2 wickets against Zimbabwe and recover and don't lose the game. It was highly unlikely for us to lose the game. That game, you lose 2 quick wickets against Sri Lanka, you get ball out the final day. Likely.
No.
Different case, Badger.
No, the same case.
Different. We have to leave it there, Badger. Nice try.
Badger, you believe losing 2 wickets, chasing 360 to win a game is the same thing as losing 2 wickets on a 4th day when you have the lead?
You see it again.
That is a joke.
But that's exactly what you're saying. That you're saying about you.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the intensity in
Badger, you're brambling about.
Is there ever anything else?
Yes. I'm great.
You think losing 2 wickets against Zimbabwe in the evening there for 50 runs has the same implications as being 50 for 2 against Sri Lanka chasing 360?
What I'm saying to you is that they did not show any intensity.
All right, I want to ask you one question about 50 for 2 against Zimbabwe and 50 for 2 against Sri Lanka. Is that the same implication? 50 for 2 against Zimbabwe, we are lead by 130 now.
Yeah.
Going into the last day.
It's 130 for 2. Actually.
Yes. 50 for 2 against Sri Lanka. We still need 300 runs and a whole day to bat next day. What's wrong with that little brambler there?
Let me answer you. I am worth $35,000 an hour. I can't give them more money.
All right, over. We'll take up call. We'll take a break.
We're coming back.
Big things at one on my Excel.
Big discount for the civil servants.
Big things at one on my Excel.
On my Excel cause it's important.
Big things at one on my Excel.
Government work are you significant?
Nurses, teachers, firemen, police, all civil servants. Big things are happening at Excel Auto Parts. 15% discount on all your Toyota, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Honda, Mazda, Suzuki, and Subaru parts. Excel Auto, your auto parts hub. 95.5 Hagley Park Road, Kingston 10. Telephone 923-2356
or 426-1769.
Be a part of the legacy. Make a donation today and help raise funds for the Sagicor Sigma 25th Legacy Run beneficiaries. Every amount donated goes towards the University Hospital of the West Indies Pediatric Unit and the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts. Donate by check, cash, bank transfer, or online payment. You can even donate your Sagicor Bank credit card reward points or support by purchasing athletic wear at the Sigma shop. Be a part of the legacy. Visit SagicorSigmaRun.com today for more information on ways to donate.
Sponsored by X Tickets Reggae Marathon, Just Create, Catherine Speak, Sherwin-Williams, Medical Link Phase 3, Starlight Productions, and KSAMC.
The Scoreboard, Mondays to Fridays on Omega Radio. Join the Omega team for informative, investigative, and hard-hitting sports discussions. 5 to 6 p.m. with our A-list hosts as we inform and entertain. That's the Scoreboard, Mondays to Fridays, 5 to 6 p.m. on Omega Radio.
Omega Radio now presents Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Edgechem, Fosrich Group of Companies, Enibet, and Dangel's Auto Spares and Accessories. The Ryder Cup will not be devalued if live golf players are not allowed to compete in this year's event in Rome, said England's Justin Rose. The United States have already said their 12-man team will not feature any players competing on the LIV Tour. The makeup of the European team hinges on this week's arbitration hearing in London, which will establish if LIV golfers, that's LIV golfers, can play on the DP World Tour. That is Sports in a Minute. Omega Radio has just presented Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem for people who dream in color. Fosrich, We open on Sundays with special discounts on all items in store. Solar floodlights, water heaters, conduits, and more. Or visit phosphridge.com and shop. Anybet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly. And Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue in Kingston.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right, people, let me see if we can break it down for Badger one more time. Just 30 seconds. Western is in that last 13 overs on day 4 in the Zimbabwe game. Could afford to be 50 for 2. Could afford to be 40 for 2. Because being 40 or 50 for 2 means that you are now effectively 120, 130 for 2. Going into the last day when you only go and bat another 40 overs. So the risk of you being bowled out is dramatically less. Because A, the time shorter, B, the team is very much weaker as well. Now, being 120 for 2 going into the final day is a good position to try force a win. Now, being 50 for 2, chasing 360 and have the whole of the last day for but I want different thing that how bad you can say that.
I wonder if West Indies was 200, they had a 200 run lead. But you would think you're inconsistent. Because but you're saying you're inconsistent and I don't get the inconsistent part when you unless you had said that every scenario West Indies must not try and score fast because they're not good. You couldn't have said that. So it means that you're in a situation where we're at 200 runs ahead. We must come and bat fast.
But, so even in the same match, I say how the openers put on 330 ad. And man asked Blackwood for come joke. Blackwood know if he come play some shot. You remember the day after that?
Yes. When Leon called the day and was saying Blackwood should have tried
Black.
Get knocked out.
I said, so you have to play the situation at 330 at the opening stand. So you come in at 3 or 4 can come jukes the ball. But you don't understand that.
I don't understand Badger with this
one. Anyway.
We have Paco or we have Big Lad. Which one? Big Lad?
Hello.
Big Lad.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Big Lad, we're hearing you.
No, not Big Lad. Buffos, Orville. The Stadium East, Mona versus St. George's.
Yeah.
Outside. Yeah. I still believe that penalty kicker number 4 is the penalty kicker. But for another time, please don't start. Don't I beg you.
All right.
I really wish that I don't want to come on here. Right? I love the show, as you know. I don't want to come on here to correct anyone. I would prefer to sit and listen. As you know, I do more often than not. But I can't leave this one hanging. The previous caller said, father and son who scored double century in a test match. It is not true. That did not happen. The statement should have been shared this way. Father and son who scored double century in test cricket. Because those two persons.
I think that is what he meant though. Yeah. Because it was clear
that's what he meant.
Yeah, that's what he meant.
Say that. And because this person is a regular caller, characterized as an elitist caller, and is a part of the fabric of the show, and by extension, part of the entertainment component. I'm not saying the man is a joker. Part of the entertainment component of the show. I believe that we want to be a little sharper.
No, but I'm not going to knock him for that. Because clearly we know that.
Because he's badgering you for no reason, and that's why, can I tell you?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest now. I call to knock him for that. Not double-centric father and son in a test match, in test cricket. Because a person coming along would understand the difference between a test match and test cricket as a type of game.
Yeah, man. The correct way of saying it is the way you're saying it should have.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. And I go on again because I prefer to listen. I know that because I prefer to listen than call.
All right.
Respect. Bless up. Cool.
Big up.
All right, Paco. All right, sir. Well, you know, I'm not kill Badger for that.
Because
clearly,
we understand.
That
yeah, because we know Shana Paul no longer play cricket.
Yeah, so as Brambler's Badger is, I know that Badger did that say.
Because the man admits him this one pressure Badger.
Yeah, so Badger the man want pressure you.
Oh, all right. Piney.
Hello?
Yes.
Zidane.
Yes, Piney.
Sorry about that. You know, see, I work with the brother, you hear that? We around at the other side, me around the side, I hear the speaker, I hear fire action, you know. I see a voice loud, strong on the radio.
Yeah, man, they tell me say I have a nice radio voice.
But me come to terrorize you, but me not go bother terrorize you. Me just I'll tell you something.
Yes.
I run along because you catch me that in niggle.
Afraid of man. Afraid.
No, man. Well, let you say so. Then me supposed to afraid of you. Are you there on the radio every day for 4 and 3 hours, you know? All over social media,
Well, that's
you know, YouTube and them things.
That's
you
a
know.
good one.
Lads did that. People,
Well, hey, your body don't matter.
people, me bad mind, you. Me want you make whole heap of money off of. People, you know they everywhere else. I'm not you know I tune into the lads and Matthew's podcast over YouTube.
Give the correct name.
Over there, go give him some love and some strength.
Give the correct name. The Zidane Matthews Show. So go and Google that. Put that in the YouTube
the Zidane
search.
Matthews Show.
Yes.
Go over
and
YouTube
subscribe.
and check him out there. And him there on Instagram and Twitter to go out with some little foolishness. But it's kind of entertaining. Now check him out. And give him no support and drive up him algorithm, make him make some money off it.
Yes, wonderful.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. 1 point is 1 assist. 1 shot can go up to 4 points. You know, see 4-point player. You see that argument about assist and point leader is dumb. That's all me I go say. Because you know, when you pass the ball to a man and he make a shot, him get 2 points or 3 points or 4 points and you get 1 assist. So it's easy to have 500 points and only 100 assists back. That's all me I tell you. So that is a dumb argument. LeBron James can be a pass. You said something earlier. Let me say this.
Yes.
You said LeBron James he is a pass first player. That don't mean to say he has to literally pass the ball first. He can be thinking to pass first. But let me leave that there because I don't know why I'm here. But I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
For the mere fact say the points, double and triple the assist.
No, but point action. We were looking at the way he plays, you know, his aggressive nature and the amount of shots he attempts per game. So he attempts 19 shots per game, similar to Kobe and Carmelo Anthony, who are ball hogs and all they do is shoot. If all they do is shoot, you know, my boss, and they are franchise players, and LeBron James shoots more shots per game than them, it means that LeBron James' approach is very similar to them. So if they are...
What is LeBron James' position in the basketball sport?
For the most part, he's a small forward.
You remember one time I tell Pioneer say LeBron said LeBron James and certain players are unicorn. They play positionless basketball. LeBron James is a positionless basketball. That's why he can play all 5 positions on the court.
Mm-hmm.
At times. No.
Yes.
With that said, it's easier to get to Will Chamberlain's point in 20 years than to get to what's his name? Assist in Stockton assist in 25 years. That's all me I go say on that subject. So when
the reason why Stockton, but I'm saying too, if LeBron James was a pass first guy, I believe that he would have had that record. He would have passed that record. If he was a pass first guy, that's the record that he would have broken.
I wonder if you look and see how close LeBron is to the assist. You said something
but I'm saying I agree, he's playing for 20 years. If he was a pass first guy, the record that would have gone would have been the assist record, my boss. Because he has played for 20 years and he played a lot of elite players.
Sir.
The man played Dwayne Wade, he played Kyrie Irving, Chris Bosh, Anthony Davis. So he has great players around him for his career. Now you said him something there. So if he was a pass first guy, my boss, the man that break the assist record, not the scoring record.
The man step on me call so much. You have to stop step on people call over here because it's when you step on my call, you don't give me a chance to make my point. I'm telling you, I'm a madman, my head no good, me no remember nothing, you know. So let me ask that something, you know. Bello. Yesterday, Bello come on the radio and say him a this Michael Jordan fan by saying we are in. What was the 2 words him used? Emotional and what was the other one?
I don't remember the other one.
Because the other one is what woman and man do. So what is Bello trying to say here? Bello at the end of the day, Bello come and confess and profess his love for LeBron James. You know, him say are the only basketball player that him go watch first in person in Miami. You know, so me want to know if when you go watch him. It was a striptease. We are just yarning him in the court and him a shoot for you, brother. A lie you tell. So don't come over here and come going like you are this. We know say LeBron is not good as Jordan. And then at the end of the day, you're going to confess that it's because of your personal love for LeBron James. Why you watch him and believe him instead. You're just the same thing where you all blame for that. You know. They'll sit down. And that me tell them, I'm gone. And have a great year. Show nice. Dark tone tomorrow.
Oh, we'll take another call, Nicholas. All right, who is this? Mossy?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mossy.
Afternoon, sir.
Zidane, Orville.
Yes.
Yeah, Mossy.
Yeah, man.
Zidane, what's your criteria to rate LeBron as the best over Jordan again? Just give me a small synopsis. Is it a stat?
When I look at his dominance over his career, man, I think he impacts the game in a greater way consistently than Michael Jordan. When you combine all the requisite skill set you need and how he has performed over the years.
Likewise, Messi over Ronaldo, right?
Yes, indeed.
All right. But Zidane, for some people, is the impact and the clutch moments, Make a rate a man in a Zidane.
The clutch moments?
In the clutch. Yeah, man, in the clutch. When you know you can go to that man and that man going to deliver.
Oh, man, that's nitpicking, man. That's convenient, my boss.
It's going to come down to...
Because if I go through...
Where you see Zidane.
What if I find that somebody, Allen Iverson, is better? I'm not saying he isn't. What if I find out that Allen Iverson, clutch moments wise, execute better than Michael Jordan? You want me to say Allen Iverson is a greater basketball player?
I'm not saying, remember I'm saying Zidane, it's preference. So I'm not saying it wrong when you say LeBron over Jordan.
No, you can't use moments to determine who's greater than who, my boss.
But that is the moment that some people...
So what about the other entire...
What about moment,
Boy, I find that...
The moment Zidane,
no,
when
so
you're watching the finals and a man let the player after play, you see me...
You know that I can have a brilliant... I can have the most...
So it's not who has had the greater career, it's who has had the greater moments?
It was at the greater impact when it counts in a championship. I say you go down as the greatest Zidane.
Me not
You
sure,
have
man.
a baseball name, Reggie Jackson. I'm calling Mr. October.
Are you talking about counting as it concerns winning games?
No, but that's what I'm saying to you, Zidane. While you might say LeBron overtime, I'm saying you might have someone that play for a shorter period of time, but the impact that he had during his short reign, you go remember that man.
No, I don't think...
You don't deny that LeBron is good enough.
I don't think Michael can... Whether long term or short term, give me LeBron at him best.
Yeah, LeBron at him best.
Yeah, man.
Orville, this is for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're the biggest Dan Bradman fan.
Maybe.
Even though you never see him because I'm stats, yeah?
Yes.
But if you ask somebody else, I'm Mr. Lara.
Yes.
And I'm not based on them stats, I'm based on what them say.
Yes.
Likewise, I'm Mr. Lara better than Viv. I'm going to rate Lara over Viv, yeah?
If somebody tell me that them rate Lara over Viv, me not ball. And if them tell me that them rate Viv over Lara, me not ball. There's an argument that could be made both ways.
Yeah, man, but that's what I say, Orville. Them go based on what them see and the moment
that
Lara played. What them see in Orville, like, that's the impact of leaving on them head, you know.
Yeah, them live through Brian time and see Brian in action.
Nobody never see Dan Bradman, but you can't find the stats same up. That'll be 99.999. Nobody now garbage that.
Mm.
In this lifetime, I the next man I know.
Me think a man will average 99 in a cricket, my boss. Playing test cricket that over so long. Have to be a better test match batsman than a man will average 50.
You have to be at a standard fine.
That man they couldn't normal, my boss. But you know at least one caller say I met them make it up, not go so. I met them make up them figures there.
History is like that, but some things in history are true.
Well.
Zidane, one more point.
Yes.
You say Whisper is the best schoolboy you ever see.
No, in the last 10 years. Best of the last 10.
A long time I watch football. Whisper is good.
Remember, I don't see the old man them like Uno, you know. So I can't talk for them.
Yeah, so that's what I say. So we can compare.
Yeah, you can.
We're not going to take anything away from the youngster.
Yeah.
You can call some name, Byron there. You say you don't rate Walter Boy, but Walter Boy is a schoolboy right up there.
Similar rate Walter Boy.
Yeah, man, you say you don't rate Walter. You say Zidane, you're talking for you. Like
but the liquor of Walter me see as a schoolboy, him did bad for sure.
So you have some players, Zidane. Ali Rose used to go Georges.
Didn't see Ali Rose on them, man.
Herbert Richards used to go KC. You have some names that can be called Zidane, but you have to go with what you say.
Yes.
So again, Zidane is what you say.
I agree. I'm not going to contest that. I'm not going to contest that. I've heard about Ali Rose and these people, but I never see them at the schoolboy level.
So that's how I want to put it, gentlemen. So you're going to come down to preference and what you say and the images of that and the impression of that person make on you.
Yeah.
That's all right. Have your ratings for the person.
All right. Big up yourself.
Must see.
Yeah, must see. Big up.
Must see. You have a very strange spelling to your name, you know. M-U-S-S.
It's not him spelling name, doing it.
Oh.
It's not him spelling.
So I'm saying the name spell.
Okay.
M-U-S-S. M-U-S-S followed by a C.
Part of my last name.
Yeah, man.
First initial.
Oh, all right, my boss. Must see. First time caller.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna text me say Pine Action. We're coming back after the break.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
coming back.
Make a toast to your future. The JTA Cooperative Credit Union is by your side. All educators, the best is what you deserve.
We'll keep your dreams alive.
Competitive loans to help you grow.
We'll take you higher.
Great your savings. A bright future is in the making.
Build the best you with the best credit union. We are committed to serving you.
The JTA Cooperative Credit Union, serving our members, impacting lives positively.
Insurance is easier at JCIA. At JCIA, we are always open with online payments and other services available at your convenience. So, whether you're insuring your business, car, home and contents or yourself and family, we are just a click away. Contact any of our offices island-wide by telephone 876-929-5360 or visit our website for details. Great savings, great service, great convenience. Jamaica Cooperatives Insurance Agency Limited.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Did you know that Bashko got you? Come down to Bashko Ocheria February 10th at 1 p.m. All 6 Valentines from chocolates to wines, gift baskets, and more. But it gets better. Get your loyalty card and earn while you shop. Get 200 points on spot. This Valentine's Day, Bashko caters to you and your loved one. Bashko Ocheria, 24 Main Street, February 10th at 1 p.m.
The store that gives you more. Bashko.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
Hey, you know what? You know what is the most bramble point of the day when we think about it really? When the public figure, so that I was contradicting myself. When me say Blackwood, you can't go out there and plan for not out, my boss. You have to plan for
this. You said you're inconsistent.
All right, inconsistent. So clearly I was inconsistent when me say Blackwood can't go out there for try Blackwood for go out there go play.
Yeah, because the foundation was set.
So clearly I was being inconsistent with when me say against Sri Lanka, chasing that total there, we have to start cautious. Me no know. That is so bramble, my boss.
All right, let's go to Rocker.
Rocker.
I said.
What you say?
Good day, here, man.
Yeah.
I heard a reason about decline. Let me ask Zidane. When you're assessing the decline of a footballer, a specific, what percentage would you attribute over a year?
Ask the question again.
When you're assessing the decline of a footballer, what is the percentage you would attribute in terms of the decline to say conclusively the person is declining?
I don't give a percentage. I just look at some things that I see him usually do well overall, and I'm seeing that part of his game, it's non-existent again.
So, is it that it is absolute, or perhaps it's a modification to be more efficient in another area?
Modification.
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah, man, efficient in other areas. So it's not just one thing, So, so Ronaldo can score 30 goals, you say, boy, 30 goals is not far away from 38 goals which he scored last season, for example. But if you look at when Ronaldo team does not have the ball, he usually chase around far more often and help to close down the game. He's not doing that at all. You can say, well, Ronaldo is losing a bit of it because he no longer For example, even LeBron James no longer defends the way he used to do because LeBron James is getting older. So you can see that part of his game was deteriorating for many, many years now. So you could look at some other things and say, boy, LeBron James, Ronaldo used to help to close down space, and when the team don't have the ball, he doesn't do that anymore. It means that he's kind of losing some things. He usually pull wide and take on defenders and pulls 1 and 2 ball across the back. Him stop with that. You can look at a lot of those things and say, boy, that part, those two aspects of his game is gone. It means that he's declining. You could do that.
So how many indices would you grade decline on?
It depends on what you used to do before at your best. So it all comes down to what were you at your very best.
Mm-hmm.
And if I look and see that there are 5 areas that this man was an elite player at, and 3 of them gone, I say, the decline is coming.
So it's specific now to Ronaldo. What would be the areas of decline in your estimation?
He was no longer running around chasing the defenders when his team doesn't have the ball. He was no longer pulling in wide areas and taking on people and going in behind them outside. He was just living inside the 18-yard box over the last 3 seasons, hardly doing any running and movement. But because he's such a brilliant finisher and he's playing in good teams, in finisher and scoring in goals, but in overall play, you can see the decline was coming.
So you're saying that he was no longer creating for himself anymore?
Like what? Yes, there you go, Raka.
But if you look at it, I see what you're saying.
There you
but
go.
if you look at it, I show you a player now like Erling Haaland.
Yes.
He's a very good finisher, you know. But if you look at the goals that he scored, it's few of them that he really create for himself. Not a lot of them.
But I would judge him differently when the time comes to decide if he's done or not, if he's past his best or not.
Mm-hmm.
You follow me? So if Haaland, if I realize that Erling Haaland no longer comes deep, knock it and run into space quickly, when that day come, I can say him losing a bit, you know, because he no longer comes deep, he just staying at the 18-yard box. You can say, boy, he's not as sharp. You can say age, and depending on age and all of that, you can make the decision if you think he's coming close to the end.
Yeah, but I think though from the other side, Ronaldo's failure, I don't think that he can't do it, you know. But I think that his maybe lack of inclination to maybe drop in the midfield and help the team to even maintain possession. That is not Ronaldo's thing. He's not like Messi per se then, who will drop in midfield and help the team to maintain possession. If he has it out wide, he'll do two little tricks and then he pass it back in, maintain the possession in that regard. But Messi now will drop into the midfield and be comfortable just playing around with the ball.
Yes.
I don't agree that Ronaldo is done though, you know. And I'm not using Orville's explanation absolute, because if I can understand what Orville is saying, that done means finish. But in the agricultural explanation,
yes,
I wouldn't say that he's done.
Well,
because if he were to be, he could still play for like a West Ham, all of those teams who play different.
Yeah, but I hear it, but I don't think so.
But I don't. But it's almost in closing. It's almost as if I am a man who is accustomed to women of certain estate. I will not be intermingling with some, because if you look at it, when you are playing for Real Madrid,
yes,
Juventus, Manchester United, how can you now take up yourself? I want to play for Molines. It's a joke. You better retire. So in the circumstances, I understand the criticism, but at the age that he's at,
he's
certain
30.
Things are expected.
He's 30.
So
now he became 38 a couple of weeks ago, or a week or so ago.
Yeah, that is expected, but it's how it is. But I don't think he's done. But reasonably speaking, he has declined.
All right, my boss.
Yeah, man.
By the way, I'm looking at something here, Zidane. There was a Pakistan batsman called Hanif Mohammed who had scores of more than 200 in Test cricket, individual scores.
Mm-hmm.
I think his highest. I think he actually scored a triple century. His son, Shoaib Mohammed, also has a highest score of 203. So the Pakistan pair of Hanif Mohammed and Shoaib Mohammed, father and son, who both scored more than 200
in our test match.
In Test cricket. Badger, get your pen and paper.
Yeah,
right,
but him there go on like him do it all with that one day.
Hanif Mohammed and Shoaib Mohammed, both father and son, both scored more than 200 each in Test cricket. Shoaib Mohammed's highest score was 203, not out. Let me see where Hanif Mohammed. I think Hanif have a double hundred in Test cricket. Have a triple hundred in Test cricket. If me know. Let me just double check. I know you can do the check for yourself, people. Hanif Mohammed, that batting average 43.98. He had 1200s and 15 half centuries. Top score 337. So I don't know, unless Badger, I may say how much double century, man, but he would have had 2 scores of more than the two father and son would have.
Yeah, man. So Badger get it wrong, man.
Yeah.
So there's more than, it's not only Shonda Paul and his son.
Yeah.
All right, but the point now about the assisting. LeBron James would have played with greater players than Chris Paul throughout his career. Much greater players overall. You know that Chris Paul is ahead of LeBron James on the assist list.
Really?
And LeBron James is just as good of a passer as Chris Paul. Then if LeBron James is a pass first player and he plays with better teammates than Chris Paul, then why Chris Paul higher on the assist list than LeBron James if LeBron James is a pass first guy? I don't understand the logic. You know, Orville. So the man played 20 years. He has played more games than Chris Paul.
Chris Paul limited.
Why is LeBron James not higher on the assist list than Chris Paul? The man is the highest on the scoring list because he's a score first guy.
Me think is a basketball. Let me tell you what I think LeBron James is. The correct play guy.
Well, better them say that.
Yeah. Where that me I say.
But I could have LeBron James. Mother comes to LeBron James pass first. Me disagree.
Me think he's the correct play first guy.
LeBron James try to make himself look greater than he actually is.
But then yesterday LeBron James said, when they talk about the greatest scorers, they no longer can leave me out. That the man say, you know. So LeBron I try to trick the crowd. You know, say that him say, Sean. He says when he used to hear people talk about the greatest scorers and leave him out, he smirks.
Yes.
Him said they no longer can leave me out of that discussion now. So the argument that LeBron sees himself as pass first was until him get the scoring record. Him said then me no must one of the greatest scorer now.
LeBron trick Sean.
LeBron trick the whole out now. LeBron he just wait for a moment of making no say me just as bad as the whole out.
Thank you very much.
Megan.
All right, that's it. Thanks to all the people to the time to listen and call. Thanks to Craig Manning and Nicholas Burford and Sean Grant, the producer. Join us tomorrow, same place, same time, with it all over it. Until then, have yourselves a great evening.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays 1 to 4 p.m. on Omega Radio. UBT Cooperation, the home of the Powerman and Kendo brands. Powerman puts back the power in your purchase, and Kendo, your professional tools partner. The time by UBT Cooperation is 4 o'clock.
Omega Radio now presents a health alert, sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
Stay informed and follow advice given by your healthcare provider. Stay informed on the latest developments about COVID-19. Follow advice given by your healthcare provider, your national and local public health authority, or your employer on how to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. National and local authorities will have the most up-to-date information on whether COVID-19 is spreading in your area. They are best placed to advise on what people in your area should be doing to protect themselves.
Omega Radio has just presented a health alert, sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
Top of the hour to you and yours. You're listening to Omega Radio, the station of the stars. Don't go anywhere. Call a friend, tell a friend. Thank you so much for listening. I am Archbishop John Wayne Manning, a.k.a. Wayne Jonathan Manning I. It's good to have you right here on Omega Radio. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
Omega Radio now brings you Golden Moment. It's sponsored by
Total Vision. Your eyes are the windows to the world. Visit 2 Bryans Crescent, Maypen, or 10 Hagley Park Road, Kingston. And Surgix Jamaica Limited, compassionate healthcare.
The 2014 Commonwealth Games, the Jamaica's athletes upped the ante somewhat, and in one particular event, they carried home the bacon, the frying pan, and also the chef. The men's 200 meters.
Weir actually gets a really good start. He's already up on Dwyer in lane 3. Going well is Lahata Ragusutu out in 7 as well. And Danny Talbot right in the mix here. Livermore going well, but it's Weir who's just got a slight advantage. This is going to be close. Dwyer is there. And these two start to pull away, but it's going to be Rashid Dwyer. Dwyer might just get this. Can he hang on? Dwyer gets it. Weir second.
And the other Jamaican in Jason Livermore, he placed third.
Omega Radio just brought to you Golden Moment. It was sponsored by
Total Vision. Your eyes are the windows to the world. Visit 2 Bryans Crescent, Maypen, or 10 Hagley Park Road, Kingston. And Surgix Jamaica Limited, compassionate healthcare.
Keep your idols up. Look onto songs in love. Yeah, but I'm just turn not away. True light sparking cut. Just only in his love. Woo, but it's double Zuli at the cross. But I'm silly. Every case, I'm all zero Zuli. te cross today. Nila te cross today. Nila te cross today. Just stay with me 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 today.
I used to wonder how the scriptures could be true. It's because you first loved us, Lord, is really why we love you. On today I stand convicted. In my heart I know it's true. There's no good thing I could have done to deserve what I have from you. I love you, Jesus, with all my heart and soul. Na, 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 na. I love you, Jesus, for your love and what it causes me to do. I love you, Jesus, forever I want to be with you. You promised never to leave me, and I found it to be true. I love Jesus, and he loves me too. I love Jesus, and he loves me too. And it's to God I give the glory alone. He made my every trial to be a stepping stone. And if you look back to where you're from, to where you are today, how could you not lift both your hands and give God a crazy praise and say, I love you, Jesus, with all my heart and soul. Na, na, na. I love you, Jesus, for your love and what it causes me to do. Yes, I do. I love you, Jesus, forever I want to be with you. You promised never to leave me, and I found it to be true. I love Jesus, and he loves me too. I love Jesus, and he loves me too. Here we go. I love Jesus, I love him. I love Jesus, and he loves me too. I love Jesus, I love Jesus, I love Jesus. Hey, has it done anything for ones that make me whole. Sweet is your voice to me. I love you, Lord. I hear your voice early in the morning. Come on and speak the word, encouraging me. Telling me to run on, speak, Lord. I wanna hear your voice, protecting me, directing me, telling me right to go. I wanna speak, anointing me, yes, speaking the words to my soul, the ones that make me whole. Sweet is your voice to me, Lord. Sweet is your voice to me, yeah. Sweet is your voice to me.
On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem.
Telethon, Omega Radio fundraiser. This is John Wayne Manning.
Pastor Elizabeth, Pastor Grace.
March 5th until the 26th. Telethon fundraiser is here.
Call in and sow before the telethon, during the telethon, after the telethon. Toll free 877-494-0253.
March of much Telethon. You don't want to miss out on this. To whom much is given, much is required.
Sow an uncommon seed. Let's share the word of God together. Love Omega Radio. Support Omega Radio.
Ways to give online. theomegachurch.com. Click on give. Zelak 954-773-4444. Cash up. $sign WOIB 1019.
You can mail us your donation 11030 Wiles Road, Coral Springs, Florida 33076. Love Omega Radio. Support Omega Radio.
So you better get.
Omega Radio would like to welcome our newest sponsor to our radio family, Omega Building. Are you looking for a venue for your next event such as weddings, concerts, seminars, and church spaces that can fit from 25 people to 500 people, and it's all inclusive? For further information, Omega Building can be reached at 954-900-4310.
WOIB would like to thank Omega Building for being a proud sponsor of this station.
Feeling good, that's sure. Your life's good. Crypto card, Tiger Woods.
Follow your dreams, authentic Jamaican restaurant. Now open in your neighborhood. 5256 North University Drive, Lauderhill. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Monday to Saturday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Sunday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Name it, we carry all native dishes. Ackee and sawfish, plantains, jerk chicken, scrambled eggs, bacon, toast, all kind of native porridge. Fish done to order. And guess what? Lunch specials are just $4.99. Yes, just $4.99. Fruit cakes done to order. We also have online deliveries, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub. Call us now at 754-223-5124. That's 754-223-5124. Or visit us at 5256 North University Drive. Our name is Satisfaction. Follow your dreams Jamaican restaurant. 754-223-5124. 754-223-5124.
Follow Your Dreams Jamaican Restaurant is a proud sponsor of Omega Radio. And Omega Radio would like to thank Follow Your Dreams Jamaican Restaurant for being a proud sponsor to this station.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagley Park Road. Telephone 923-4560.
The temperature by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, is
31 degrees Celsius in New Kingston.
The Scoreboard, Mondays to Fridays on Omega Radio. Join the Omega team for informative, investigative and hard-hitting sports discussions 5 to 6 p.m. with our A-list hosts as we inform and entertain. That's The Scoreboard, Mondays to Fridays 5 to 6 p.m. on Omega Radio.
It's me, yes, it's me. Tune in to Omega KLAS FM 89 with the German brother Frisco Morgan.
Your DJ is chosen. Every Sunday morning from 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m.
with the undiluted gospel mixer on Omega KLAS FM 89, the station of the stars.
Gentlemen, I am Bishop John Wayne Manning on the Real Talk Show, where the talk is the talk and the walk is the walk. Tune in and listen to our programs Monday through Friday between the hours of 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. on the Real Talk. Good morning, top of the hour to you and your family. Tell a friend, call a friend, and tell them to tune in and listen to Omega Radio.
USA News, I'm John Schaefer. President Biden on his post-State of the Union roadshow, taking his message to Madison, Wisconsin today.
We're building an economy from the bottom up and the middle out, with products made in America, with union labor.
The president talked about how his economic plans are creating good-paying jobs and making America an exporter of goods again. He also highlighted future projects in Wisconsin receiving funding from his sweeping bipartisan infrastructure law. There's a new White House Chief of Staff, Jeff Zients, taking over the post after serving as the Coronavirus Response Coordinator. Zients given the job after former Chief of Staff Ron Klain resigned. As the death toll from Monday's earthquakes in Turkey and Syria closes in on 12,000, the hope of finding any more people alive is dimming. Search teams from more than 24 countries have joined tens of thousands of local emergency personnel in Syria and Turkey. Winter weather, passing time, and just the sheer scope of destruction making it less likely large numbers of survivors will be found. Twitter executives on the hot seat before a congressional committee today. Republicans like Marjorie Taylor Greene accusing Twitter of violating Americans' rights.
You were censoring and wrongfully violating our First Amendment free speech rights.
Also sitting on the House Oversight Committee, Democrat Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who says this hearing is a waste.
A whole hearing about a 24-hour hiccup in a right-wing political operation. That is why we are here right now.
The hearing aimed at pressing Twitter execs over their handling of the Hunter Biden laptop story. Well, we may be closer to a breast cancer vaccine than we realize. Cleveland Clinic researchers announcing they've moved to the next step in their process of creating such a vaccine. This new phase will enroll people who are cancer-free but at a higher risk for developing breast cancer. This is USA News. Researchers at Harvard say living a healthy lifestyle can reduce the risk of what's known as long COVID. They followed over 30,000 female nurses for 18 months. The research found a healthy body weight and adequate sleep can help reduce the risk by half. There's going to be a lot of money bet on the Super Bowl this weekend.
Over 50 million adults are expected to bet around $16 billion on the Super Bowl. That amount is roughly 20% of the U.S. population and would be a record for the amount of people betting on the big game. This is in part to states like Kansas, Ohio, Maryland, and Massachusetts, who have all launched online sports betting since the last Super Bowl. The money projected for this Sunday's game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs is more than double the amount of money bet on the game last year. Super Bowl 57 kicks off Sunday. I'm Julio Flores.
The Lakers jersey LeBron James was wearing when he set the all-time NBA scoring record last night, going to bring in big bucks. That jersey expected to fetch at least $3 million at auction. Chris Ivey, director of sports auctions at Heritage Auctions, says the jersey is just as historic as it is desirable. Lawyers for Alec Baldwin hoping to disqualify the special prosecutor from the fatal shooting case on the Rust set in New Mexico. Baldwin's attorneys argue Andrea Reeb shouldn't be overseeing the case because she's also been elected to the New Mexico House of Representatives. They say this is unconstitutional under New Mexico law because she's also a state lawmaker, which represents a separation of powers violation. I'm John Schaefer, USA News.
Telethon, Omega Radio Fundraiser. This is John Wayne Manning.
Pastor Elizabeth, Pastor Grace.
March 5th until the 26th. Telethon Fundraiser is here.
Call in and sow. Before the telethon, during the telethon, after the telethon, toll free 877-494-0253.
March of much telethon. You don't want to miss out on this. To whom much is given, much is required.
Sow an uncommon seed. Let's share the word of God together. Love Omega Radio. Support Omega Radio.
Ways to give online. theomegachurch.com. Click on Give. Zelak 954-773-4444. Cash App, $, WOIB 1019.
You can mail us your donation 11030 Wiles Road, Coral Springs, Florida 33076. Love Omega Radio, support Omega Radio.
Top of the hour to you and yours. You're listening to Omega Radio, the station of the stars. Don't go anywhere. Call a friend, tell a friend. Thank you so much for listening. I am Archbishop John Wayne Manning, a.k.a. Wayne Jonathan Manning the First. It's good to have you right here on Omega Radio. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
You hear me? This is Edwards.
What do you want?
Mrs. Edwards, I know I ask you this like every week, but would you like to ride to church with me? Oh, come on, Mrs. Edwards, you like my church. What do you say, Mrs. Edwards?
Oh, I suppose.
We have something great going on at this church. People's lives are being transformed by God's love.
Have you heard about the Omega Experience? Well, if you haven't heard, the Omega Experience is a kingdom move at the Omega Church International Ministries, where God shows up and shows out with a great praise and worship session and a powerful word from God delivered by Bishop Wayne Jonathan Manning. Listen, you heard it here first. We're located at 11030 Wiles Road, Coral Springs, Florida 33076. Service time is Sundays at 11 a.m. sharp. Invite a friend. See you there.
Yo, I know you hear me.
Your homework this week is to find at least one person who could use a little more of that love and invite them to come with you next week.
We're located at 11030 Wiles Road, Coral Springs, Florida 33076. Service time is Sundays at 11 a.m. sharp.
Mrs. Edwards, you want to listen to some music on the way? Go ahead, your choice. Okay, here we are.
I got a word in my spirit for somebody. Gentlemen, you're not made to last, but to outlast. Hey, looking forward to seeing you and your family every Sunday morning at 11 a.m.
This is Kirby T from the Omega Church Broadcast Network.
The Bible says, delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. I am delighted to call Him Savior. That's why I am excited, He's my Redeemer. I am delighted to call Him Savior. God of me back, God of me back. You don't know. I am delighted to call Him Savior. I am excited, He's my Redeemer. I am delighted to call Him Savior. God of me back, God of me back. Hear me now. From the first day me born in sin, as me go keep increasing. Never care about only living. Only parents me pray that me want something. Yo, Sunday school was not my best thing. Me find cricket more interesting. While in the church, them a come and sing. Me a looking at the schoolyard to see who but in. Yo, me didn't know that Christ is King, but we serve Him, me never willing. All him a call me a ignore Him. Me dey check for myself, pay girls me looking. To temptation me start yielding. Evil works and dirty living. Jesus Christ. Through the day I stand upright, out of darkness in the light. With lyrics that flow like a water from the pipe. Yo, Satan had me in a captivity, but when the cross Jesus freed me. Hey, true forgiveness and mercy. No me have to praise it eternally. Yo, all the life me a fight against sin. Through the flesh positive thinking. Battle after battle me keep losing. Never no victory till Jesus moving. Hey, no me standing tall like giraffe. Me can't tell Satan fi back off. And when him attack on me belly and laugh. Like him a mirror them on me staff. I am delighted to call him Savior. I am excited, he's my Redeemer. I am delighted to call him Savior. God have me back, God have me back. You done now. I am delighted to call him Savior. I am excited, he's my Redeemer. I am delighted to call him Savior. God have me back, God have me back. Sin had me dirty, but the blood it washed me. Sin had me dirty, but the blood it washed me. Sin had me dirty, but the blood it washed me. God have me back, God have me back. Satan had me bound, but the cross it freed me. Satan had me bound, but the cross it freed me. Satan had me bound, but the cross it freed me. God have me back, God have me back. I am delighted to call him Savior. I am excited, he's my Redeemer. I am delighted to call him Savior. God have me back, God have me back. Imagine. I am delighted to call him Savior. I am excited, he's my Redeemer. I am delighted to call him Savior.
Hi, this is Second Chance, and you're listening to the Omega Church radio station on 101.9